Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The smooth jazz. Makes the whole house bumping.
Yeah.
It's true. I've said so. You know, I decree it.
Oh, okay. I too go nuts for Kenny G.
I don't know Kenny G.
He's smooth jazz.
Oh, yeah. That Kenny G.
Yeah. Calpy G.
But I like big band music,
Yeah.
but there's not
See,
too
that's
much.
different from smooth jazz.
There's not too much out there that I can play. So, you know,
Yeah.
I work with what I've got.
That playlist, that's 6 songs, had a Crash one in it, but
Yes,
I think it has like voice bits. that
The
kinda
I did put in 2 of those songs. I have I put in the DK one and the banjo one because those are the ones that sound really good and meld well. The Crash one was okay. It's not my favorite.
I didn't listen through the whole things.
It's mostly just a weird medley of Crash 2.
Yeah. It didn't sound particularly modified to the big band style.
No, it was jazz though. That's for sure. Just, you know, it wasn't big band. All right. Yeah, seems like we're ready to go. It's the Wickersham Leader Show with today's episode smashed on a Friday night. You can hear him. He's getting there.
Oh yeah.
Sprite,
Let's do this.
Sprite does a body good, they say. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we're continuing our ever so lovely Super Smash Fridays streams. With any luck today, Zelrog will keep me tied to the stake out in the backyard so I don't go off the rails again.
That's my job.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you just need that guy to keep you in check. Should I do some practice today? No. No, I think we should go right into it. Last time we had hazards off, so today's are going to be hazards on, I think.
Oh boy, Randall, my favorite.
Well, I like Randall. I don't know
Yeah,
why
I
you
don't
hate
like
him.
Randall.
He's
I
nothing
still
but
have a grudge
supportive.
from that time that Randall ate my recovery with Bowser.
Well, Randall always has my back. He's better than Big Randy anyway.
Doing a quick check on the audio levels. I think we're good.
Yeah, we should be fine. But who knows? Maybe you'll yell. Just realized we can't see the whole screen. Ah, there we go. Much better. L7RBP. Alright. Game's a little quiet. Let me turn that up slightly. The different consoles have like vastly different ALF.
Every single time I do random, I get an Olimar. Hate playing Olimar.
Hello, Dreamer Key. Or Kid. You're redeeming yourself. What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Dr. Mario shall win it all. Well, it wouldn't be the first time he's done it.
Get out of here. I'm gonna fling my purple around. I will defeat you with the power of Tinky Winky.
Oh, yeah?
Aha!
Oh. I guess I already used my jump.
Why am I going in ever? Let's do this.
Yeah? Oh, I'm surprised you didn't do a dare.
It's F5 Pikmin. Save me.
Bet a lot of Olimar mains missed when they had 6 Pikmin.
Yeah. I bet they don't miss that they relied on them for their recovery, though.
That's true. Now it's the opposite.
Ah!
There we go, there we go. Ooh, right on the tip.
Down 2 stocks. The Ganons are fighting the Kazuyas this weekend.
Yes, I remember you
pretty
talking
miserable.
about that. It's pretty miserable. I mean,
Miserable, yeah.
I mean that's always going to be the case, isn't it?
I didn't think it would be that bad going in, because he's like Ganon, but better. But
Yeah, he's like Ganon, but better.
except he just needs to touch you once, and that's the stock.
Dreamer Kid's coming in. Okay, okay. Pikachu.
Yeah, side B is a move Pikachu's use. Pikachu and Palutena are characters you can just kind of spam aerials and do okay with.
Yeah, kind of like Ike, too.
Well, Ike, you get punished for aerials because his take forever.
Yeah, but Ike's game plan is to nair a lot.
Nair, yeah. The same for, like, Ridley. A lot of characters rely on Nair.
Ugh, I wanted to jump off and grab you. Oh, wow. That didn't look like it should kill.
Get out of here. No, not enough. I don't know why I even do that as Pikachu. I do it as Pichu to avoid the thunder damage.
Yeah, but when you're Pikachu, that's like where all the damage in the move is.
I hit you with like 5 aerials, you were at 40 damage.
Because you keep hitting me with the weak hitbox. Because I got, like, no knockback.
No, stay back. Dead. kill, so I really have to charge the smash attack. Which I guess
It's
makes
also
sense for
not
that
very
base
fresh,
strength. Yeah.
because you've been using it a lot. What?
Uh-oh. No, come closer. Approach.
No.
Please?
No. Go away.
Ah! No!
All right, I'll take it. You missed the second one. I'll take it. Works for me. Ah, lovely.
Also, Congus is here. I'm gonna switch.
Oh, Congus is here.
I fear the Congus.
Do you?
A little bit. I fear him enough to not be random.
All right, yeah, good idea. All right, we got Doc Mar. I'm the only one who ever calls him that, though. I've never heard anybody else say Doc Mar.
Sounds like a Mexican restaurant. Doctor Amigo.
Doctor Amigo. I don't remember the song or anything. I just remember that.
I think the person speaking Spanish in that commercial did a better Mario voice than most people on YouTube.
There we go. I was shielding, but all right. Scatman's World. All right. Why that song?
I don't know, I felt like it. I've been jiving to the Scatman lately.
Yeah? Oh. Oh shoot, I killed myself. I hit my double jump. I had no idea I was gonna do that.
All according to plan.
Thank you, Dr. Amigo. It's a bit of an unorthodox way of doing it.
He was trying to cover his landing tornado. He didn't even do the extra height thing.
There we go. That's it.
Or
You
Dr.
edge guard him once, he ain't coming back. GG. Yes.
Like the only character with a recovery worse than that is Brawler without feint jump. And even then it's close because at least he's got air mobility.
If you hit Mac once, he can't really come back. But the problem is hitting Mac. It's actually kind of hard to edge guard him. Which is something I wouldn't thought I would have said coming out of Smash 4, but it's true. all the Mac players now know what to expect. So now they're actually, you know, defending themselves. Oh, excuse me. Buckling Bullfit. That's an interesting name, but thank you for following. Game & Watch. Maybe that yo is appropriate.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Can anyone join? Everyone can join. Unless your name is Zelda. Not after...
wait a minute, I'm
not,
already here.
not after the incident at the Christmas party.
That's generally not true, the up throw into up air, right?
It is at lower percents. Or you mean his or mine?
No, yours.
Yeah, it's true at lower percents. I just want to grab him. If I can grab him, I can win. What the heck kind of hitbox is that?
You got that Mario up smash.
Yeah, but it's worse. It seems to last way longer.
Oh,
like that.
again?
Yeah.
Did he random? Or did he
Yeah,
pick
he
Game &
randomed
Watch?
into that. The, yeah, I don't know what's up with Game & Watch's up air, but I'm like 95% sure I saw the move conclude before I got hit.
Alright, well, here goes nothing.
Yeah, good job. Or good luck, rather. Good job. You haven't done anything yet. Good luck. Game & Watch's invincibility on his up smash. Oh, well,
That's
that
what I kind of
explains it.
expected. Yeah. Similar to Mario for some reason. Just moving your head in that specific way gives you invincibility.
But DK's
I-
up air doesn't.
Yeah. I didn't pull out the big guns, I pulled out Lank. Let's see what he can... Oh, Mac! Well, okay.
Well,
I
hold
got
on.
this-
You can
I got
probably.
this joint.
Can you space?
Kinda.
Can you spam?
The problem with Swordy's, like, he has fair, but it lasts so long that it's not that safe.
Mm-hmm. Good luck, Lang.
Like, neutral is more Nair and, like, Dare even.
How many different Miis do you have? I never asked.
A few, plenty of brawlers. I actually use different brawler movesets.
Yeah.
I only really use the one gunner moveset, and then just the sword for fun is all.
The only ones, what is it? I think it's just Morio and Muscle Butt are the ones I hate.
I use those the most.
That's probably why, because that one, Morio's got the ball, and Muscle Butt's got a soaring axe kick.
Morio is the ball and thrust uppercut, and Muscle Butt is the Aura Punch and
Yeah.
soaring axe kick.
You don't even need anything else. Soaring axe kick is like a character onto itself.
Come closer to the ledge. Thank you. Oh, that miss! How'd that miss?
I don't know. Is there any hope of Little Mac being turned into a less polarizing character later on?
Conceivably. I'd like to think so.
You do arena battles often? Yep, once a week. Despite my therapist's better judgment. Zelrog's my therapist. He just keeps telling me to burn things.
It does the heart good.
That's why I call it heartburn.
Man, I can't platform him. Half the time this stage is just Final Destination.
unless the hazards are off. Then it's just a longer hollow bastion.
Doesn't this one still move even with hazards off?
No,
Some
you're
of them
thinking
do.
of
Some
Town
of them are
and
weird
City.
like that.
Town and City moves when the platforms switch between, when you switch between the town and the city. And unlike normally, though, they don't move when you're in one place. In Hazardless Smashville, the platform moves to the middle at the beginning of the match and then stays there. Also, the balloons are in Hazard.
Yes! Ah. No. Go away, KO punch. I don't want you using that. I did, but...
Yeah. Well, you have another stock, and he's at 90 almost.
He's also Congus.
Yeah.
Why? That was supposed to be a side B.
You briefly became the gingerbread man.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Hey, I recently picked up the N64 game Snowboard Kids. Have you ever played it?
I've not heard of that one.
Oh, it's by Atlas.
Oh. Is that like their first game? Or were they
no.
working earlier than that?
No,
I guess they were doing like Shin Megami Tensei, weren't they?
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei came out earlier. I've never played it, but I've heard lots of good things about it. And it's got a really unique art style. I also know that there's a sequel, but I believe the sequel's very expensive compared to this one.
But it was released in America.
Yes. It was on the they were both on the N64. Mario versus Luigi, huh?
America versus Waluigi.
That's just real life.
It's kind of it's weird that both Mario and Luigi have a Waluigi skin.
Yeah, but Luigi got it first.
They should have put Scientist Mario in this game.
They could have done a lot more in terms of alt costumes in general. I mean, I don't blame them for not, because that's a lot of characters, and they were kind of focused on bringing everybody back. But there are a lot of alternate costumes they could have done that would have been easy replacements.
I think it was a great opportunity for more DLC, just like little purchase DLC, like the Mii costumes.
It's clear that they were a lot more interested, though, in the Mii costumes and actual characters.
You always do arena battles on Tuesdays. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Yes. What are you still in God of War right now?
Yep, we just went to Helheim for the second time after curing Atreus' illness.
I don't know where in the game that is.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you knew. I think we're about we're either halfway or 2/3 of the way through the game. It would have been a lot shorter, but I decided to actually do side quests because, one, I've never done them before, and two, you get leveled up, so now you can handle the other stuff a lot easier.
So you played the first 3 God of War games?
Yes, I've played all the mainline ones. I have not, well, I don't know if Ascension's considered mainline, but it's a prequel. I wouldn't have played God of War if I wasn't such a mythology nut, though. I like, that was the reason I ended up getting into them.
Have you ever played PlayStation All-Stars? That's canon.
I have. I did play that one. Can't really play it online anymore.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, PS3 emulators are still kind of garbo.
Mine... I need to test mine, because it seems to be working all right for single player. I want to test it on Parsec.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Parsec, I don't know about that.
For a fighting game, yeah. Something like Little Big Planet, though.
Maybe. But yeah, the PS3 online services are dead now, so...
Yeah.
Well, it's on a game-by-game basis, but all of Sony's first-party offers are gone.
They were one of the first ones to really, make an honest attempt to capitalize on the Smash Brothers, and then they just kind of didn't do it again.
Well, for what it's, well, yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before, but the main problem with it was that it wasn't as deep as Smash Bros. It didn't have as interesting of gameplay, mostly due to the fact that the only way to get stocks is to, mostly due to the only way to get stocks is to just get the finisher moves only. So it's like, you know, stage hazards only stunned you. You never lost a stock for falling off the stage. And some stages you couldn't fall off of anyway. The stage combination idea is actually really cool. And I've hypothesized about a few ways that it would be neat to see it in Smash. But there are the other things that, like, sometimes they just didn't have the music. Like, what is it? The music for the Loco Roco stage doesn't have any of Loco Roco's soundtrack. It uses an original track instead.
That's a shame.
Yeah. The Patapon doesn't have its own music. Ape Escape doesn't have its own music, which is weird to me. But it's a licensing issue, I guess.
They could have theoretically rebranded and tried again, but
I mean, they are trying again. Sony has pretty much said that they're doing it again right now.
Oh, they're doing another crossover fighting game?
Yeah, they haven't. I don't know if they. Okay, I don't think they talked about it during their state of play, but news did come out that they're interested in doing it again. I assume after seeing how games like Multiverses managed to generate a decent amount of energy and hype.
I'm kind of sad that I never got to play the Jump Superstar games, because those were like Smash-like in terms of how they functioned.
Those are like arena fighters, like the Naruto and Tenkaichi games.
The original ones, they had like they had percentages.
Oh, you're
and
right.
they had
No, the ones on
knocking
the DS
off the stages,
stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Superstars
thinking of like
and
J
Ultimate
All
Superstars.
Stars Victory versus Plus.
They've tried a few different things and they've never really gone back to that again. Like obviously Jump Force is the latest one.
Yeah.
Why I
Just run up and grab.
I get missing putting everything today. I was supposed to be in there. Looking good for the crew battle.
You probably could have recovered.
Yeah, maybe.
You're only
A
at
little
80.
too much quit in me that match.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. Not that I've never done that. Bro, I just found my 3DS. Didn't know where it was for 5 months and it's still on blue. Well, consider yourself lucky. What are you gonna do now? Also, what's your secret weapon? Wario?
Gaja.
Sounds Indonesian. Oh yeah, because there's literally an Indonesian king named Gajah. But it's not spelled like that.
Man, my thing is like I dark dive more than other Ganons too, and that just doesn't work on Kazuya because he has iframes on everything. Oh, he saved you.
He saved me.
Kind
Just
of.
so we could do that, I guess. Whatever.
Even Crom's not so bad compared to Doc, just because he's got that air drift. The character's mobility stats mean a lot in terms of their recovery.
Yeah. There are also some characters that seem like they should have amazing recoveries, but don't, like Kirby.
Yeah.
Kirby
again,
suffers because he has no air mobility.
Mm-hmm. DDD's the same, but he has that.
DDD's better because
he has a much bigger up special.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of Chroms lately.
Yeah. I used to be able to so easily kill Chroms.
Oh, that was unnecessary.
I could have easily avoided that too. If I just hung out on the right side and then went over, I could have lived too.
Dreamer is going to play Pokemon Platinum.
Oh. We won't be saying what the secret weapon is. Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna find out now. You know, I feel kind of bad because if it wasn't on, if it wasn't for Randall, he wouldn't have survived. Now Randall has done me wrong.
Yeah. It's a brawler.
It's Jesus. Apparently, it's Jesus.
Oh.
Yep.
It's Toad Jesus.
You know, I recently watched Clone High again.
I wasn't aware that show existed until the memes. What network was it on?
MTV.
Okay, that's probably why.
It was around 2002. It's pretty funny. But it's also like one of those things where it's like you kind of have to know what it's parodying to really get the humor out of it, because it's a super well done parody of teen drama shows like Degrassi.
So I know JFK is in it, right? He's
the
one
main
of the characters.
characters are Abraham Lincoln, Cleopatra, Gandhi, JFK, and then there's the principal and his robot butler. And the principal's like the guy who made the clones. But he did it with money from this evil board of shadowy figures called the Evil Board of Shadowy Figures.
Okay. Is there like any kind of continuity or plot, or is it just...
I mean, kind of. Well, they give you, like, they do the thing where they give you a preview of the next episode, but it's still pretty individualized.
Well, they do that because it's a parody of, like, Degrassi does that,
yeah,
right?
And every episode is a very special episode. They always like, on today, a very special episode of Clone High. That's all of them.
Training paid off.
There's I think my personal favorite episode is they have an episode where JFK has a best friend of Ponce de Leon, who for some reason is Fonzie, and
Ponce de Leon. That's why.
We've never seen, well, because they all call him Ponzi. What is
That's
it?
why.
But we've never met him before, and he dies in that episode. You know?
Yeah.
And the whole thing is
He never found the fountain.
He's like, what is it? He's like obsessed with littering. That's like, and like everybody's like, Ponce is doing it, so we're all gonna litter too. And it turns into an environmentalist message as well as like.
Is that topical in some way? Did Ponce de Leon like leave a bunch of crap on his journey?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Because he's famous for like going on the hunt for the Fountain of Youth.
Yes. I don't remember him leaving stuff. I don't remember him being famous for it.
Which was incidentally a Kids Next Door plot as well. There was a school Fountain of Youth.
Sick. The Crom killed himself. Yeah, but the show was gonna get another season because it did pretty well. Unfortunately, MTV India threatened to, well, the Indian government kind of threatened to pull MTV entirely.
Because of Gandhi.
Because of Gandhi. Their, like, solution for it was to be in the second season, they were going to reveal that he wasn't a clone of Gandhi. He was a clone of Gary Coleman.
Oh, okay.
But it didn't, it ended up not happening. But they are making a new season, and Gandhi's not in it. So everybody's like, okay, so who are they replacing with Gandhi? And it's kind of funny now because they have a whole bunch of more designs of clones of people who died in between when the show first came out and now. It's funny because the last episode of the show actually kind of set this up. Because they all got frozen inside of the school freezer. And they could just say that they thawed them out 20 years later.
What about, like, Mother Teresa? Is she fair game?
Mother Teresa was in there. Or at least Mother Teresa has a design for the new season.
I'm thinking of, like, Gandhi replacements.
Oh.
Obviously, like, Jesus would be controversial.
He's in there.
Oh, okay.
He's called Jesus. And he's like, he keeps calling everyone Holmes. He talks about the Latin Grammys.
Spanish Jesus. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Let's just go all in. Let's put Muhammad in the show.
Joan of Arc. That was the last character. It was like the main cast. So all of them are like, so individually the characters are all like reacted to how of their clone parents. Like Joan of Arc rejected being religious like the real Joan of Arc, so she became goth. Abraham Lincoln is constantly trying to live up to the expectations of the original. JFK is constantly going after women, even though he might be secretly gay, just because that's what he felt JFK should do.
Eh.
It's not really all that deep, to be fair. It's just one of those things. So ultimately, it is a comedy.
Yeah. Megas XLR was originally going to be an MTV show.
I could believe it.
But in fact, they've got like jabs at MTV almost every episode.
I didn't know that. I never watched Megas.
It wasn't great. It's, in fact, pretty bad.
Really?
Jack was nostalgic for it,
That's
so
crazy. I know a lot of people who think it was great. And they all bemoan the fact that Cartoon Network can't legally do anything with it.
That's nostalgia talking. It was an American like piss take on the giant robot genre, but it's one of those shows that only kind of half knows the originals enough to parody them.
I see.
And it's also very, very, very low production values. It's got like 5 music tracks total. It's filled with animation errors. Not to like a Mario Super Show degree, but they're very obvious.
Right.
A lot of cliches, a lot of one-dimensional characters. Every single chance they can take, the joke with Coop is, oh, he's fat. That's his entire character.
Never would have
Take
expected
a jab
that
at
for the
Coop
main
being
character.
fat. Okay, I'm glad I went this way. Also a very weird role because Stephen Bloom is the like cowardly guy. He doesn't really do a lot of characters like that.
I've also don't hear people call him Steven.
And Steven!
Well, he got you.
Just jab into bear. Yeah, it's so easy for them. Not enough. Oh!
Alright, well that one you did to yourself.
I know I did. I didn't go high enough.
Don't flame choke.
Ah,
Nice.
it's an accidental SpongeBob a little bit.
Don't worry about it. There's a little SpongeBob in everybody. Maybe that's just me.
Ah, he's spot dodging everyone. Oh, that was it.
Dang. Should have teched that.
You're right, I should have. Reaction time, doo-doo.
Have I ever told you about the website that you can use to calculate when you'll be too old to react to a Falcon Punch?
I think I've seen the video. I don't remember if the website was mentioned in the video.
Might be back there to pick up Omni for the weekend. Ah, okay. Alright, well I'm gonna get another shot with Gacha. I don't think this guy is unbeatable.
I thought I'd be able to take him easier than that. I did not give him enough credit.
Yeah. Dang.
You could try to armor through his headbutt, I guess. Now I'm playing Pokemon Ultra Sun. That's quite a leap from Platinum.
Yeah. There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
You got this. I believe in you. You can make the comeback. That's gonna beat the stock if he catches you doing that.
Yeah.
Alright. 107. One more. Let's drop Spinning Kong. Oh, that's mean.
Wow. He faced the wrong way. Hey, I'll take it. If the guy's gonna kill himself, might as well let him. He didn't even try to mash out, which is interesting. I mean, I do it sometimes, and sometimes it works. It's crazy how many times you can just do nothing, and people aren't expecting it.
Because it doesn't really benefit you to do nothing. Other than flukes like that.
Well, yeah, that's you know, it's a mix-up option.
2, 1, go!
I am the way, the truth, and the life!
Okay, but what about Jesus?
This is one of those no feint jump brawlers. So if you cargo carry him off stage, he's not coming back. Save for Randall.
It's a counter pick.
Oh, at the stage?
Yeah. He picked.
Just a little too low.
It was a counter pick for me. Yeah, I don't know why I did a forward throw instead of a down throw.
Did he say that was a counter pick? This was the secret weapon?
Maybe. The secret weapon was Jesus. I think this was a science versus religion debate.
Yeah.
A gorilla evolving intelligence.
Did you, when you were growing up, did you know anyone who had, like, the parents who were dead set against Pokemon?
No.
Were you ever caught up in any of that?
No. Well, no, I never knew any of that. Anybody like that.
You're a few years younger than me, so you might have missed
Yeah.
it. I was like 99 or something. I had neighbors whose parents were like that. Which there was a thing at the turn of the century where Pokemon was considered satanic by numbers of people.
Yes.
Because
Probably
of
the most dangerous one is I was reading a news article back in the day about Saudi Arabia's government claiming it was a Jewish conspiracy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Which most of it, as far as I was ever made aware, came from things like the presence of dragons. Dragons are evil, and the star on Kadabra's head was a big thing.
Yeah.
But mostly it was the Catholic
Mostly
Church.
it was just evolution.
Well, that was part of it. The Catholic Church officially came out and against Pokemon, which a lot of people think it was just because it was so big, so popular that kids were big into that and not into Jesus. I accidentally saved him last stock, but you still got a 108 lead. Here he goes. No, not quite.
Yeah. He probably hasn't warmed up yet. Or his controller's messing him up. That's usually why I win.
Where's Whipper at? Is he Tri-State?
I don't know where Whipper is. Also, which tri-state?
The tri-state area.
Well, that was stupid. I've never had Spinning Kong and Headbutt Clank. Spinning Kong is a good move. It's you sure? Is that everybody? Oh, I did the whole line, didn't I?
No, did you?
I fought you, didn't I? Or did I start with Gaja?
I think I lost to him last.
Oh, okay. Then it is you. All right. Remember the brawl taunts, Ganondorf?
Stop calling me that.
Very mean. Wow. What was it? The stupid, one of the first...
Stop that! You're a big bully. Alright, you know what, Mulligan? Ah!
That would have been cooler if it was intentional. That was a mistimed bear instead.
Mad now. The up tilt It's so fast! That was too risky. I shouldn't have done that.
It's okay, I'm going to the back of the line too.
Donkey Kong wins.
I've never had
Bad
up
today.
tilt work so much. It turns out that when you try timing it instead of just spamming it, it works a lot better.
Outspeeds anything Ganon's got. That's a low bar.
That's true. Well, actually, maybe I've definitely lost. Well, it's probably jab would beat it.
How fast is Ganon's jab? I mean, obviously not very, but...
Not very, but it might be fast enough for DK's up tilt.
Ultimate frame data.
Especially if DK's facing away from you because it hits in front of him first.
Frame 7 jab. That's faster than I thought it would be.
That's almost as long as his jump squat used to be.
That's faster than a lot of characters out of shields. It's not an out of shield move, granted, but
If they're that close, you're better off just going for a grab instead.
jab reaches deceptively far. It's got that sparkle hand.
Is
It's
it
farther
like
than
an,
grab.
It's not like an open hand. It's not like an open palm thrust, is it?
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
okay. I thought it
Like
was
magic
smooth
sparkle.
punch.
A little bit of a disjoint.
Characters that I wouldn't expect to be using an open palm thrust. They're just Ganon and K. Rool.
No, it seems appropriate for Ganon.
Think so? I don't. I never. You know, despite Smash kind of putting that into my head, you know, I don't really think of Ganon as much of a hand-to-hand fighter.
It's kind of like that's his entire identity as Ganondorf, though.
Is it? Because I know in Twilight Princess he had the sword, and then in Ocarina he was flying and playing tennis, and then in
He
in
does
Wind
fly
Waker-
around.
And then in Wind Waker he had two swords.
In Ocarina, he does fly around and play tennis, but if you get close, he also gets mad and does like a Dragon Ball Z lightning punch on the
Oh,
ground.
Okay.
He like holds out his hand and does magic waves. In Wind Waker, yes, his main thing is a sword fight, but he also like backhands you and Zelda all the time.
Back
He
off!
picks up Link and throttles him. He
Back-
totally flame chokes in Wind Waker.
Back off!
Like Ganondorf is a wizard who doesn't know what a wizard is. He is always getting right up in their face and just grappling people. In Wind Waker, anyway. And then
I don't know
Twilight
about
Princess,
I don't know much
yeah.
about his Twilight Princess fight, except that he has like the sword and you can distract him with the fishing line.
I don't know much either. He has a sword, and I think he possesses Zelda or something. But the point is, he doesn't use magic projectiles.
No.
He walks up to Link.
It's kind of funny because the sword that Ganon has in this game, he never had.
No, it
It's
was
from
a beta.
it's from the E3 demo as well as some artwork for Ocarina, but he never used the sword in the actual game, which is kind of crazy. Because he had the sword in Twilight Princess, and that's why he has that taunt in Smash 4. Although
It's kinda,
Snake's-
if they're gonna use the Ocarina of Time Ganon, they kind of have to use a sword that is
Yeah.
associated with him at least. It'd be weirder if it was the Twilight Princess sword or the Wind Waker swords.
No, I'm sure, but it's just a funny observation. I mean, they make up little things for characters all the time.
I don't like that Zelda has the knight in her moveset.
Yeah?
Personally, it's A, that's a thing for Toon Zelda, and B, it's the thing from a Zelda game that no one liked.
People didn't like Spirit Tracks?
No, people don't like the DS Zeldas. Spirit
I
Tracks
hear
and Phantom
people
Hourglass.
I hear people saying nice things about them these days.
Because they grew up on them nowadays.
How do you differentiate between nostalgia and the game's quality?
Time. Also, like, substantive arguments about why the game is good.
I've never really heard anybody say anything bad about either of those games.
A lot of people complain about the specifically the amount of touchscreen use. Like, you had to use it to move in one of them, didn't you?
In both of them, yeah. I actually think that's pretty nice, because for an adventure game, like, for the way the game is set up, you have a much better way to move around than if you were stuck using the D-pad, because being locked into those 8 directions would kind of suck. Especially with the way that the dungeons are set up.
That's another complaint I've heard in passing is the dungeons, but I haven't played either of them, so I can't speak out of personal experience.
I've played Phantom Hourglass. It's basically Wind Waker Light. Aside from Linebeck existing, you still go on a boat and go to different islands on the open ocean.
They're top-down games, aren't they?
Yes. Granted, I still haven't played very many Zelda titles. I think the amount I've played up to is like 5 now? Well, at least to completion, because I've completed Zelda 1, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Breath of the Wild, and then it's now Link's Awakening.
I'm ready to hop on board Wind Waker one of these days.
I don't have I have Wind Waker on Wii U, but not
that's fine.
Not physically. I do want to get that physically at some point. All right, we'll see you later, Dreamer
Good.
Kid.
As far as the console versions, yeah, the Wii U is the best. That would be the best one to play.
Mostly because of the Triforce Hunt.
The Swift Sail, I was gonna say, makes a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
What, is that a New Game Plus thing? Hold on.
No, I'm pretty sure the Swift Sail's in the main game.
Swift Sail. If I remember correctly, you can get it at like as like an auction reward. You can buy it at an auction or something. Yeah. After you complete the first dungeon, you can get it. And that helps because in the original game, you had to play the wind song just constantly to change the direction of the wind.
Yeah.
And also, like, sailing could...
Seems strange to make it an upgrade you have to buy.
Yeah. But at least it's there.
Yeah.
The Swift Sail both moves like twice as fast across the sea, and also makes it so that the wind is always behind you.
Right. But the thing I mentioned with the Triforce Hunt is just that, as opposed to having to pay Tingle to translate the maps to find a piece of the Triforce, you just get the Triforce pieces at the end of the dungeon, as opposed to getting the map from it.
At the end of the dungeon?
Yeah, like you would be doing, or wherever you get the map pieces from that you had Tingle translate, the chest would contain the Triforce piece instead.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a dungeon, but I assume it is.
Yeah, there were various, like, little challenges. Kind of like Spiral Orb challenges that get you the Triforce chart. And then once you have the chart translated, you just, like, go to a place in the ocean and fish it up. So it's kind of anticlimactic. It's weird, because that was their attempt to make rupees matter, was just having Tingle be very expensive.
But you needed, like, way more rupees than you could carry.
Right. So it kind of... The problem is that you needed to spend them all at one specific point of the game.
Yeah.
So
like
you would just have too many rupees.
If they made me spend a bunch throughout the game, like if I was collecting the Triforce pieces throughout, then that would be a little better.
The problem is you have nothing to spend it on for so much of the game, and then you need to spend all your rupees, and you don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
All at once.
I was shocked. I was like, wow, you know, the upgrades in Link's Awakening, these are so expensive, like 1,200 rupees, and I'm like, nah, I'm not really to get that many.
Man, remember in Zelda 1 when it was like 5 rupees was really rare?
That's true. But most of the time, anybody who's played that game to try to like, beat it will just farm.
Yeah.
There are also a few places... I mean, look, the thing about Zelda 1 is memorization. The idea is that you would play it, your friends would play it, and you would all discover something one at a time, and you'd share it with each other.
Yeah. Schoolyard game
sure,
design.
I mean, nowadays you might lose out on that, but playing with a guide is kind of essentially how it was designed. It's just, as opposed to a guide you made, it's a guide someone else made.
I was going to say, in that game, you also... Like, arrows are rupees in Zelda 1.
That's true. I'll tell you what, though, the boss fight with Ganon in Zelda 1 is pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah.
He's just invisible. That's it. Then you just need to hit him with the white arrows.
Between the two extremes, I'm just glad rupees have a use in that game. Yeah. Even if it's just turning them to arrows.
I'm the kind of person who likes to be over-prepared versus under-prepared. I used to be, I used to be really bad with adventure games and RPGs because I would skip every battle that I could.
Yeah.
It got really bad. I played Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, and if you've ever played that game, you know that you do not need to farm ever. You just do all the battles that like you're coming across as you go through the game, and heck, you can still skip some, and you'll be fine. Not to mention that badges also influence that. No, I skipped almost every single battle I could, which meant that not only did I have no money, I also couldn't defeat Hooktail at the end of Chapter 2.
I never needed to stop and grind, but I do like to, I do fight enemies in Paper Mario games just because, the star points are nice.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way in most RPG games.
Have I ever had to grind? Well, in Final Fantasy VII, I had to grind a little bit, but it wasn't so bad. Also because they have the arena challenge where you can try to win something. That was also me, I guess, grinding, but since I was working towards a goal, it didn't feel like grinding. It all depends. The game just has to be, good at, making the grind not feel like a grind. There are some games that are really bad with it. A lot of older games are just I played Earthbound Beginnings, and Earthbound is kind of like this too, but it's not as bad. Basically, you enter an area, grind until you're destroying everything, and then you move on. And that kind of sucks, because the level differences between the area you're in and the next area is absolutely massive.
I've heard pretty bad things about the grinding in Earthbound Beginnings.
Luckily, Mother 3 isn't nearly as bad as the other two, but I did have to grind a little bit.
Haven't really been acknowledging it. Gaja's got a pretty solid Falcon as well.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Why did you say that?
Sorry.
Donkey Kong wins.
But no, it's just after playing Final Fantasy VII and God of War 4, I'm like, oh, now I get it. Now I get adventure games and RPGs.
So your next Kingdom Hearts would be 2, right?
It would be 2. Because I'm not doing the 358 days over 2 cutscenes. And then after that, it would be Birth by Sleep. I can bet that Kingdom Hearts 2 is going to be a lot more enjoyable than Rechain of Memories was.
Ah. No, he knows about the up tilt. What have you done?
I'm sorry, he pushed buttons.
Damn it! I hate it! Almost ran right into that.
Quickly, throw out smash attacks.
I will! We're perfectly tied. That doesn't happen often. Oh no!
They'll be fine. Ooh, wow. Oh, you almost had... Oh! You almost had that.
The up tilt. Ah! There we go. No, not enough?
You want me to give you a little bit of a tip here? Save your double jump.
Yeah?
Well, I notice you keep doing it at the top of your jump. If you do it right before you land, you'll be able to get the one up on him if he keeps up there. I was about to say you were like in the perfect position to do a flame choke to reset.
optimistic, maybe.
That was...
Okay.
How are we feeling? Oh, that was weird.
124. I got this.
You might be able to get it.
Just gotta not get grabbed ever.
Okay. I've never seen Flame Choke Clank like that.
It's also a weird clank of all things.
His fingertips killed you.
Donkey Kong wins.
He's got a very stylish blue tie.
He's feeling festive today.
Festive. What's today?
Tuesday.
Oh, right. We always have these on Tuesdays. Hello, Dragonite. Oh, that was Dragonite who said Monkey Day earlier, and I didn't even pay attention. I'm a bad streamer. Ugh. You can eat food even when you're lying on the ground. That's good life advice.
Go.
I'm looking at the list of changes in Zelda 2 Redux, and it's so many.
Well, there's kind of a lot you need to do to make Zelda 2 a lot more, like, up to speed with the other Zeldas. I'm shocked they never, like, remade Zelda 1 and 2, because I feel like those games need it the most.
Yeah, they sort of remade Zelda 1 as far as that, like, Super NES, teleplay thing in Japan.
That's true. But it doesn't really fix any of the game's problems.
Yeah. I don't think they want to acknowledge Zelda 2 existing. Which is a shame, because I think they could make it into a nice game with a little bit of tweaking.
Oh, what the...
Oh, you dead now, he's gonna slap you. No. Zelda 2 had many problems, but it can be fixed. I agree, it can be fixed. The really big two things are just, A, it being vague, which Zelda Redux does a lot to take care of, and it just being absurdly difficult. Which are both not that hard to fix.
Praise that in a game with such little dialogue, they still manage to mess up certain things.
I also don't think it was necessarily... It wasn't as vague as Zelda 1, in my opinion.
No, Zelda 1 kind of had no guidance. Characters would at least tell you things.
But you would still come down to having to bomb or burn, like, every bush on a map to find where you needed to go through or something. Which Zelda 2 doesn't have that. You do have to, like, kind of talk to every character to know what you're doing. But the game world is smaller than something like Majora, at least. In Zelda 1, Zelda's outfit changes depending on what Link is wearing. I forgot about that.
What, they share a palette?
They do share a palette. But you only see Zelda on one screen, so it's kind of easy to miss.
That means for most people, she's probably going to be wearing red.
Yeah, because you're not typically supposed to get to the game in the default tunic.
Yeah. See what I told you? Whipper unlocked. Whipper played the game, and now I won't be able to beat them.
I could have beaten him last match if I didn't lose.
That's a good rule of thumb.
Dark Link was a joke if you do the trick. I don't know how you're supposed to fight him without the trick.
Well, the trick is to just crouch and do.
Just crouch in the corner.
Yeah. Wait, you can't get the Ganon with the green tunic? I mean, most people who got to the end, I wager, got the red tunic.
It's theoretically possible. I just don't think it's really
I
expected.
mean, you know, Zelda 1 is one of those games, though, where it's kind of crazy, because, like, people can beat the game without getting a sword.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because nothing requires the sword. Now, if they can beat Ocarina of Time without getting the sword, that'll be... Well, actually, they can. Never mind.
I like how, because I insisted that we get all the masks and everything
Yeah.
before the fight, you basically never fought Majora.
No. That's how... I don't know if that's how I would play it if I was doing it on my own, but I liked getting at least all the masks. I didn't care about 100% of the game and getting all the heart pieces. The only game I've done that in was Link's Awakening. And I did that
It's good to get all the
off-screen,
lore.
because in
Majora,
Link's Awakening, it's actually pretty easy to find everything, since now they mark everything on the map.
Oh, yeah.
They mark
so
all
you
the
got all
places
the...
they mark all the places you've been, so it's a little easier to like figure out where you want to go. And I did have some help for the last.
You did get all the shells and everything.
Yeah, I got everything. I did not do... What did I do? I finished Dampe's stuff, but I didn't do those super secret ones, which were like the special courses. I just did the hard ones.
Yeah.
Because it's not a Zelda Maker. Don't don't think it's a Zelda Maker. You can't even control which exits of stairs go to which entrances.
It's really fundamentally limited. And like my worry is that Nintendo said like, okay, we're gonna test the water. Well, people don't like this. I guess they don't want Zelda Maker.
Yeah, that's always the fear, isn't it? So the thing about the entrances and the exits is really infuriating, because they will always go to the closest one.
Oh, the stair
Stairs.
links?
They will always go to the closest one unless it's occupied by another stairwell.
Yeah.
And they knew this was going to be annoying, because they built one of the challenges around that.
It's a feature.
Yeah, quite literally. But it's so aggravating to deal with. I just hate how, like, I can't change the stairs.
It seems like such an easy thing to like do.
And all the guides
Dungeon Maker.
all the guides I found for the Dungeon Maker portion, they're all like, yeah, here's how you do it while only actually going into like 3 rooms.
Yeah. Here's how you do it without playing the game, because no one wants to do that.
No one wants to play all the rooms are rooms you've been in before, and the layout is always something huge on those hard ones. Do you think they ever will make a Zelda game set in a modern setting?
No. Might be cool. I don't think they ever will.
That
Jack has wanted, like,
is like rent free in people's minds ever since that artwork got released.
Jack's big idea is a cyberpunk Zelda.
I don't know if I want Cyberpunk specifically. Partially because I feel like it's done, you know. Not that
It's
they can't do it well, but it's just Cyberpunk is really popular lately.
Yeah. So let's say they did a postmodern Zelda. Would it still involve magic and everything?
You know what? I would say that, yeah, I would say still keep the magic and just keep it like... It could be like one of those cases where maybe it could be like one of those cases where magic is special and only a few people can use it, like Link. Or
Link be like, I just shoot a fireball out of my freaking hand!
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. That's the style we're gonna go for?
Maybe. Or it could be a case where there's just magic exists in modern day.
Yeah. Which isn't really done all that often.
No, because if you want to do a modern day story, then magic kind of ruins a lot of stuff.
Yeah. There's stuff like Disney shows like Star Versus where it just exists and everyone just kind of underreacts to it.
Yeah. The Owl House does both because it's got the isekai thing. But it actually does something with its isekai premise by having them going back and forth between the worlds. I'd play a Zelda game if Kabora was replaced by Ruby. Nice turnaround there. Don't let me lie. You can't. Yeah, when you're in free fall, you can't. You can't footstool. Although it'd be cool if you could. Oh, he's gone. Uh-oh. I think his internet died. Well, now you're just stuck with me. Okay. Well, this is gonna go well. Oh, come on, that's ridiculous. Cool. Really glad that lagginess really helps me with the Mario matchup. Nah. Nah. that was too laggy. Sorry, just way too laggy. Oh, Dragonite's gone. Well, I don't know what's going on. Alright. Do you wait? No, no, just go. Okay, guess I'll just go then. And I'll lose to Whipper for a few hours. There you are. You were right in the middle of that. You were right in the middle of that. Okay, how did that not kill?
Alright, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright.
I saw you back first.
The internet just spontaneously died. Did the room die, or did we just lose people?
No, we just lost some people. Woohoo! We got a headbutt kill. Wow, that match lagged a bit.
Donkey Kong wins.
Well, at least I won. And that's all that matters.
All that matters. Nothing else. Is God just taking a break?
Maybe. He like went up to the front.
Angel.
Angel NY from New York.
There's a team called the New York Angels.
You're right. No, LA.
LA Angels.
the Los Angeles Angels, or the Angels Angels.
Yes. I get why they made him like Breath of the Wild Link in this game. I do kind of miss the standard one.
I like Twilight Princess Link's design.
I just mean like gameplay. I don't like the remote bombs.
Well, at least you have Young Link, who's a lot
Yeah.
closer to it. And now there's like more of a reason to play one over the other now, as opposed
Which
to
is why they
before,
did it,
when
yeah.
the two Links were very similar, so having three would even be like more egregious.
Also, the arrow thing doesn't seem to be. I don't see utilized a whole lot. The pick upable arrows.
I mean, you have to like go and get it, so.
I think we need a Norman Reedus in Smash Brothers. I think the Strand likes are very underrepresented.
Yeah. Can Link's crouch attack still spike? I don't think his deets alone spike, but his dare can.
There are some attacks that are strange in that they only spike on stage. Or only the.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, there's Kazuya's down smash. Or, yeah, Kazuya's. I know that the Shotos have something similar. There we go. Down kilt can attack well back in Smash 4. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that a lot of down tilts tend to send at a really harsh horizontal angle. So if you've got that high percentage, it may just kill him.
There's a lot of down tilts that are designed for leading into combos.
That's
Mario's,
true.
Brawlers, Swordies.
DK. Bowser.
Can't wait to miss input with him.
I hope you do. I hate how I can't punish any of that for some reason. I'm never able to punish the up special on the ground.
I don't know how long the end lag on it is. I'm pretty sure if you shield the whole thing, you should be able to.
I did the jump before. I did the jump after the attack, rather.
No. There's some lag.
Yep. It's gorgeous.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that was supposed to be a tilt. What am I doing?
Is it gonna settle down any?
Okay.
That's death.
It almost looked like it wasn't.
I'm surprised that caught you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so shocked I survived that. There we go. Just
Man.
making sure. Oh shoot, I just killed myself. course, of course. Of course, dare didn't work. Like flipping right on me.
I wonder if the word ganja is censored. Is that like the closest you could get
To what?
to ganja? Ganja.
I don't think so. Why would it be censored?
Because it's like a marijuana reference?
Is it?
I think.
I've never heard of that one. Yo, is that a marijuana reference?
Shout out to all the poor girls in the world who are actually named Mary Jane. No. Please.
Can't believe it. Whipper fell for that 3 times?
I didn't expect him to stage spike me because I expect the Donkey Kong to expect me to tech it, so not go for it.
Well, that's why it's a mix-up option.
Uh-huh. That up tilt's not gonna work anymore. In fact, I got one too. How about that? Damn it.
I think he heard you. You guys... Bowser and DK do kind of have the same up tilt and up air, don't they? Actually, all of their aerials are pretty similar.
Unfortunately, Bowser has a stall and fall.
Oh yeah, the dare is different, but like they have a sweeping fair, they have an up air with their head, they have a kick behind them with their bear, they have and then their up tilts are the sweeping overhead. Although when you got a character who's got no weapons, you know, there's only so many different ways you can do certain attacks.
Yeah.
DK leaned forward because of his fair. His F tilt.
No. Ah!
Ah, there it is.
Should have up tilted.
Oh, Noble's here. All right, Noble, what do you got? Also, I may have to kick the other guy because he's not playing.
Could wait until the room's full.
Yeah. Hello there, Dan boy. lines. Too long bye. Okay, see you later, D-side. That's all they came in to say? It's a bit mean.
What do they want you to do about that? Just kick people?
Maybe. Some other people
If
only
the
have
room
limited
cap-
lines, but if the room's not full, you got space.
If the room cap was 4, then there'd still just be like 2 people in front of him waiting to get in.
Yeah.
It wouldn't change anything.
He wants me to send him to the front.
Hello, Dan boy. Some Smash streamers have like bots that determine like who gets into a match, but it just
Yeah.
it sounds like such a pain to do on an individual basis.
It's a lot of
that-
mobile. Excuse me. It's a lot of mental work. No, a lot of people don't like waiting. I get it. I've had a lot of people who just leave when they find out that there's like 4 or more people.
A lot of people don't like taxes. That doesn't mean you don't have to pay them.
Well, you don't have to wait. You can just do
yeah.
something else. I don't think taxes are a fair comparison to not wanting to wait in a line in Smash Bros.
Well, it's just not. It's not a fair thing to point out unless you have a better suggestion. Like, what's your alternative?
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, like... But he can just leave. He's free to do that.
Yeah. If this were a Nick game, then Donkey Kong's down smash would spike.
Right. And they'd be able to recover from it a lot.
Yeah. Just climb up the wall again. He keeps eating smash attacks with that headbutt. Up tilt more. Do it again.
You always find someone new in every stream. Yeah, we usually get at least one person new.
Donkey Kong wins.
I'm not usually here. This is a very special episode of Smash Fridays.
Yeah, very special indeed. Instead of having a conversation one-on-one in chat, we're having a conversation one-on-one in voice call.
I want to make an effort not to podcast too much because I get it. When there's 2 people in the call, usually we just start talking about something unrelated to the stream, and it's not very interesting to watch or listen to.
I mean, that's what I like about the Smash streams when we talk about something unrelated.
Yeah.
Because talking about Smash keeps my head in the game and makes me.
Then there's a clip of Whipper doing something cool, and we're talking about, I don't know, Dragon Ball or something.
Yeah. You played Ocarina of Time. Yes, I have.
When was you streamed that one? How
That
long
was
ago
like
was
way back in 2018 or something.
Could do the group Ocarina thing like we did with Majora, but there's so many like versions of Ocarina now for me to do.
Master.
I did the PC port recently, which has a lot of cool features.
What Zelda games haven't I streamed? I haven't streamed Zelda 2, Link to the Past, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, and like any of the handheld ones except for Link's Awakening on Switch. The Mario 64 online multiplayer is probably a really good one because it's very simple. You know, with Zelda, everybody's got to be like, okay, so like if we're trying to find this item, we got to check everywhere that items could be. So somebody needs an encyclopedia-esque knowledge on all the like secret holes.
There's some coordination, yeah, but like Mario multiplayer, it's just kind of the same as single player, but you get done faster.
Yeah.
There's not really a lot of multiplayer aspects to it. I like the Zelda one because like I could go someplace, find the hook shot, and now wherever you are, you have the hook shot.
Yeah.
I think that's cool about it. We did get Archipelago working.
You know what? A multiplayer Banjo-Tooie one would be pretty cool.
Because I bet you can like unlock abilities for everybody in that game. Once you unlock them.
You haven't tried Four Swords? I have Four Swords, the DSi version. I know that Banjo-Kazooie has a randomizer, but like, okay, so the reason I'm interested in Banjo-Tooie's randomizer specifically is because we can, after we complete Mayahem Temple, we can then unlock multiple new levels. We have open access to Witchy World and Glitter Gulch Mine. So what we can do is that other people can go forward and start unlocking moves before everyone else. And then like people who are behind can complete the levels that they're in with the moves. Or you could even have it where people would do multiple parts of a mission. Like,
are you is Banjo 1 just kind of level by level?
Yeah, the only backtracking you need to do in Banjo 1 is that you unlock the turbo trainers in Gobi's Valley, and you need them for something in Freeze Easy Peak, and that's the only time. So, I mean, you would be able to go do them, sure, but it would just be doing the game faster, you know? Well, I think there would actually be some fun routing things you can do with Banjo-Tooie's interconnected worlds and larger emphasis on backtracking.
3, 2, 1, go!
Metroidvania games would be good for it for multiplayer. I don't play any of them.
Oh, thank you, Pink Butter. What is this Link doing?
He's firing projectiles at you. He or she.
It's like playing a real boss here. Or playing like, I don't know, any adventure game boss where you just got projectiles, so you're firing just everything you've got in them because you have limited resources.
Do you want to build a mage character, or do you actually want to play Dark Souls?
What's your guys' personal issue with the Smash Fighter? I hate Steve because it's just Steve. I used to have a lot larger list, and I realized that I don't have a problem with fighting the characters more so than I have a problem with, like, player by player. But I don't do well against heavy projectile-focused characters in general. But Steve is like a whole nother thing. Steve and Little Mac, they both have very similar things where they can just get up in your face and make everything nasty.
I don't like Little Mac because the optimal way to play him is to just kind of stand back and force the opponent to come to you.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to challenge him on the ground and win that first neutral exchange.
How long is this song going for? It's like a minute-long loop that's been playing for 7 minutes. I have to turn that off.
I only really mind fighting 3 characters, and 2 of them aren't even that amazing.
Yeah.
I don't like Little Mac, I don't like Steve, as you said, and I admittedly get pretty annoyed fighting Sora.
Sora's not as bad as the others. He actually has, like, an exploitable disadvantage state.
I just don't like being stuck in a combo and having to put my controller down for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Same with Bayonetta, but I don't know, she kind of
My
sucks
problem,
otherwise.
well, we'll see, a lot of the things with Sora is definitely something that's easy to figure out over time. My big problem with Sora was not respecting his aerial movement. So, like, I would, for example, what would I do? I would shield his aerial, but I wouldn't, like, I would immediately grab. I wouldn't, like, wait for him to finish his combo and come down, and then counteract with an aerial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, taking the time to learn about Sora makes him a lot less annoying. Oh,
But still, once you eat that one hit...
pretty bad run-in with a hero, actually. Hero isn't normally that... Okay. Hero isn't normally that bad, but, it's just, there are certain ones.
I don't think Sora's broken. He's just
No, I don't think Sora's
Again,
broken. Sora's not broken
Sora-
at all.
Sora, Bayonetta, and Kazuya.
Oh,
just
he really
get
didn't like that.
really long combos.
I like
you
that
just
guy's
can't
name.
do anything about.
Tree.
I mean, SDI in some cases.
It's pretty
A lot of
easy to
times
break out of
you can't.
Bayo's combos, I've found. Mario's
Bayo's the
combos
easiest
I
of the
cannot
three.
get out of most of the time.
Mario and Sora both kind of have that like easy bake combo design where
Yeah,
they're
but
made
Sora's
so
is,
that
Sora's is
everything
even
links
more
together.
baked into it.
Yeah, because that's this trying to emulate Kingdom Hearts games
Yeah.
where everything kind of. It's weird. Kingdom Hearts is strange because it's like a hack and slash, but very slow and methodical by comparison. All right, I'll shut up now so you can fight your greatest rival, Waluigi.
Yes, of course.
Okay, made it.
Okay. That shouldn't have reached. Alright, I'll take it, I guess.
I like heavies by design because you only have to go through a few neutral exchanges to get to a kill percentage, but because the single hits are so powerful, the combos just don't. The advantage state doesn't last just forever like
No.
with the combo characters. You get back to gameplay again pretty quickly.
I mean, the thing is, generally a heavy character is easier to learn than you trade that, You trade being easier to learn for having a lot of disadvantage states,
Oh, for having a lower damage output potential in theory.
Yeah.
I just don't like the idea that a character can have combos as long as some characters do, though. It's not fun game design.
Well, that's it. Accidentally went into my arena. Well, that's
Hello.
fine. I mean, it's open to everyone. If there's a spot and you see it and you want to follow, if you want to like find the stream, that's how I get most people.
The Great Peasley. Isn't that the Mario
That's the
and
guy
Luigi?
from
Prince
Mario and
Peasley?
Luigi Superstar Saga. Yeah. Let me kick Gaja, because he is not contributing. I am not liking his feng shui. I am not liking his feng shui right now.
Three, two, one, go!
Uh-oh, it begins.
Guys, character gives a Cuphead vibe off. Don't know why. Could it be that because I am a toon? He's not a toon. He's just a picture. He was never animated as a child.
Have you... I gotta see if I can find that one, I watched a short film. It was about, like, an ugly cartoon character living among real humans. Does that sound familiar?
Sounds like a lot of different things. What was the premise?
It was like he just lived at home with his parents and he couldn't find work because he was an ugly cartoon character.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll try to find it and show it to you later.
Aim to learn Aegis stage for sarcasm.
I'm not sarcastic at all.
You lying sack of Completely disproportionate ranch. Gather some friends, maybe play Mario 64 online. Well, we did that before with the Majora's Mask.
The other thing, which it doesn't have online support, but there's now a Ocarina Majora crossover randomizer that's being worked on.
That's pretty cool. We never did
What's up
figure out
again?
how to get that one thing to work where you collect one thing in one game.
That's Archipelago that I was talking about, yeah.
Yeah, we never did figure that out.
I'd like to think it'll be easier by next year. Maybe we can try it out, but also heard some unsavory things about the devs, so I don't know what's going on with
You went to
that.
the Happy Mask shop and go into the other room. I've had an idea like that for Banjo, where Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie's worlds were connected.
There's some games that share engines that, in theory, you could be able to do it with. Obviously, I
wouldn't
imagine it'd
work
be easier
with,
with
like,
a decomp.
It wouldn't work with every game. Like I don't think if you combine all the Crash games together, that really helps. You know,
Yeah.
because not only are they not like connected in the world or anything, they're still separated by their own things. So what would mixing them all together even really do? But having a Banjo Tooie where I could go into Kazooie's worlds still is very interesting to me. Although I don't know if it would even do anything. The only thing I can think of would be that they have stuff in the Gruntilda's lair portion that you would be able to unlock after unlocking more moves in Tooie.
Yeah, put your fist out for me.
I hate that F-tilt. That is so big.
In theory, you could like link together the Spyro games, like in lore.
That's true.
Not really a reason to do so, but
Yeah, because it would be like in the Artisan's world, you just have the hole to. You'd have the transporter to Allura, and not Allura.
the portal to Avalar? Yeah.
Avalar, and then you'd have
And the
hole
tunnel.
to the center of the Earth. Is that what it is? The center of the Earth?
It's the opposite side of the Earth.
They dug
Forgotten, man,
through
or
the
whatever
planet
it's called.
instead of going around it.
Through the planet.
I
Well,
guess
it's a shorter distance.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just logical.
Cut your travel time in half. Cheering for Bowser.
God, Browser.
I forgot about God Browser. Gosh, I should totally play that game at some point.
Book of Mario.
Book of
Or
Mario,
just the vanilla
Thousands of
version.
Glory. The most underrated Smash character? I think it's Banjo. It's either be Banjo or Olimar. Because
Book of Mario gets old after a while.
yeah, you played the whole thing.
I have committed to the whole things. They're good for highlights, but just the actual streams are, it can be hard to get through.
Because the dialogue just stops being funny and starts being nonsense.
Yeah, there's a lot of word salad.
You can only laugh at somebody saying I came so many times.
Fucking Goomba.
I like that. How did that get translated? The spiky Goomba. But man, there are some good through lines. Like somehow Cooch's dialogue being consistent that he hates like fathers and wants to kill everyone.
Honestly, it's almost more fun to read the wiki than play the game.
That's true. Although the wiki was arguably just based off of Strider 7X's playthrough.
Oh, was it?
Because that's why Goombella has like her pictures that she's stunned, because for some reason, every time he brought Goombella out, a pan would fall on her head.
Yeah.
I actually think that the most underrated character is probably Banjo and Olimar. And I don't know which of the two I would put up more, but I'm leaning towards Banjo. I'm probably biased, but Banjo is the character that kind of came out and nobody plays him. You know? Like, Olimar has at least the thing about being legacy and people know about him, and when a good one shows up, it's kind of terrifying. But the thing about Banjo is just that he's very plain. He's a very plain character, nothing really too fancy. He doesn't have a very exciting game plan, and you have to work pretty hard to be good with him. So it kind of turns into a mess. I mean, even Congus, he likes Banjo, but he can't play Banjo. He just doesn't win him games.
Would you believe that Olimar is one of the most played characters in competitive?
Yes.
So I don't know if I'd call him underrated necessarily.
I think he's underrated by the community at large, not... Because, like, how many Olimars would you find in Quick Play, for example?
I don't know if that means he's underrated, underplayed more. Some characters are just too hard for, like, a lot of people to play.
Alright, I'll concede to that point.
I would say me Gunner. People understand how good, like, Brawler is nowadays. I think Gunner gets slept on. No one really plays her.
You mostly play Gunner and Brawler. You don't really play Sword Fighter all that much. You brought him out today, but you don't really play him.
Sword Fighter is kind of a meme. He's not that great, but even then,
They're still running
Sam has started
tornadoes,
to-
right?
not necessarily.
I
It's
remember when
probably
the game
most
came
popular,
out,
but
Sword Fighter was everywhere, and everybody was using tornadoes.
because that's all people know about Sword Fighter is the tornado into hero spin.
Yeah. You dislike Mii Fighters? Why don't you tell us about it? We'll do a little therapy session. When did this all start? Tell me about your childhood, Pink Butter.
Have you considered that you may have a me problem? It's not always about you, you know.
I was about to say the same thing. Oh my goodness, you're squishing the waifu.
Get out of here.
Olivia.
Oh no!
Alright, that works. I can't believe it, you cut down a tree.
I have felled the tree. No, me Sword Fighter is kind of considered meh by most people, and he is kind of meh. But he's ESAM's character of the week right now, so he's getting a little attention.
I don't really follow competitive Smash.
I don't really either. I hear about it because Sword Cord was very excited. The bees besides Brawler are just like, oh god, exposure! Finally! We just need someone like that playing Banjo, even as a meme.
Yeah, there's usually one person that kind of elevates a character's status in the community. I know that there's like one guy who's been playing Pikachu every game, and he's pretty much been the sole reason that people have considered Pikachu to be good after all this time.
Oh, Pikachu has like a lot of theory behind him as to why he should be amazing. He just got like no players.
Yeah, it's like Shulk. Is Shulk still under all that?
I think he's still considered good.
Because I know for a long time everybody was just talking about Shulk's potential, but there was never any results. I think we know what flavor of Bowser we're getting today.
Cheesy.
Let's just... You know,
I'm honestly playing very sloppy against this K. Rool.
I've never had Koopa, like the meal.
It's a meal?
That's what they named Bowser after. They knew they wanted to name him after a food, so they picked Koopa.
I thought it was based off of Kappa.
It's not. They're not really Kappas, and Bowser's based off of an ox, not a turtle.
Yeah, he's like Ox. He's a variety of things, but yes, heavily inspired by the Ox King from that Journey to the West movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Japan, the Koopas are called Noko Noko, which is like means they're slow.
Ah! I didn't think it'd be strong enough. 'Tis a mighty wind.
There are a few little funny things like that. Like Kamek is not a name in Japan. Kamek is the name of the Magic Koopas. So they just gave Kamek. They just named Magic Koopa Kamek in Yoshi's Island, and it's kind of stuck ever since. So it was kind of a mistranslation.
I guess that explains why we haven't seen him so much. Although we see him more than like Cammy, who was just in the 2 Paper Mario
Just
games.
in the 2 paper.
I liked Cammy. She had more of a personality than Kamek.
Yeah. I also kept forgetting that Kamek was a guy.
Yeah,
I thought Kamek was a woman.
just because you think of it as like Baby Bowser's nanny.
Yeah, partially because it's like a witch type thing, even though it's clearly a wizard. I don't know, I just thought Kamek was a girl's name.
And then there's what's the galaxy boss? Kameka?
Yeah, Camilla?
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 Pamela. Camilla Anderson.
Camilla Koopa Cooperson. That'd be like in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. They have like a character called Koopala Cooperson.
What were it was the Mario 3 cartoon where they had the weird names for the Koopalings.
Mario World,
Cutie
yeah,
Pie?
because in Japan they didn't have names. So when they brought the show, the show was being made before Mario 3 was released, so they had to come up with names for them. And the North American team named it, which is why their names are the same in Japan.
Stop that. I hate this monkey and his tilts. His big furry tilts. Ah! I just saved you.
Maybe you saved me. Yes, Zawardo, fight me.
Yeah, it does.
Or as I like to say, Yar days.
Year days.
Hey, buddy. Just blowing some stupid stuff.
Jotaro and friends need your help.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the 4Kids dub. I said 4chan dub. 4Kids dub.
I feel like they really didn't know what they were getting into when they took on One Piece. Like, they just saw it was cartoony and colorful and thought, yeah, it's for kids.
Well, because it is for kids. It's in, Shoujin Jump.
It is, but there's quite a lot of stuff in that is, like, even more than a lot of Shonen Jump shows. Again, One Piece is kind of heavy compared to some of them.
Hold on, Zawardo. We'll get you the ID in a minute.
Exclamation ID for the room ID.
I hate how far that goes down.
It is big. It is a sword.
You're not CSS Zelda today.
ZS. Oh no, I'm on my laptop.
You are the whole company today. Oh, I watched that video today.
Did I fight? I fought Dragonite, right?
Yeah, you did a whole lobby today. How does that feel?
Yeah. Feels good. How much? Side note: how much JoJo have you watched? Any?
None. Actually, I take it back.
Osmosis?
I take it back. I had some friends once who were watching, I think it was part 4, with the guy who replaced the kid's dad. And I watched, I watched like the ending of that with them because they were like, "Hey, we're in the middle of this." I'm like, sure, whatever.
Like
I'll
up
just
to
watch
the
it
end
with
of the
you."
series?
Well, because they were. What did I start with? I think it was just at. I think I started watching with them because they were just watching it on their own. I started looking into it with them when it was like the part where if they read the book, it resets.
Read the book.
Like
No, the book didn't reset.
No,
The
some
Duke
kid,
reset them.
some guy had the ability to like read his thoughts, and it was like you can't tell him what, or like they explode and the day resets or whatever.
He was able to like reset time if things didn't go his way. Yeah.
Yeah. And the intro was like all messed up. That's what I saw. And then he then he just didn't die. He kept getting killed, and then he just like how? What else?
You missed the setup
Well,
where there was
no,
like
I know,
was like
but
a
like
ghost.
I know how
Hellzone.
how stands work, but it's like stupid because it's like, what do you mean this guy can
No,
survive?
that wasn't the stand. That was actually hell that he went to.
Oh, okay. Because like, what do you mean he can survive dang near anything except a flippin' ambulance to the face?
Yeah, JoJo villains tend to be broken. oftentimes requiring very stupid Deus Ex Machinas to get past.
I don't know much about the rest of it. I just know that, like, in terms of like iconic, that's Jotaro. But I think people
That was
like
Josuke.
Josuke.
Oh, part 4 was Josuke. Part 3, yeah, Jotaro.
Part 3 was Jotaro. Yeah, that's the one with Dio. That's like the iconic one. But if I remember what people have said, I'm pretty sure part 4 with Josuke is the like, best one.
It's my favorite of them.
I also know that it's probably one of the few series that has had a successful power reset with when they switched from Hamon to Stans.
Oh yeah, that counts.
I don't know much of. To be honest, I haven't watched a lot of anime, and when I do, I tend to not watch shonen shows. They're just not for me. I watch a lot more comedy anime. I should watch Nichijou again. I recently did a watch party with a whole bunch of friends and watched all these cartoons for like an animation history type thing. And I put in an episode of Nichijou and I was like, man, I forgot how good this show was.
You should watch some Doraemon. Then I'd have literally anyone to talk to about
Anyone
it.
to talk about it? Hey, why not? What else do I want to watch? I saw a little bit of Crayon Shin-Chan. I was like, huh, I'm surprised this is for kids, but apparently the dub was made for Adult Swim, so they, like, made it a little raunchier.
They did make a gag dub for Adult Swim, yes.
Joseph Best JoJo changed my mind.
Yeah. No, he is the best JoJo, you're right.
Why can I never punish heroes? Cahoose? What's Cahoose? I don't know.
I don't know which one
Kaswoosh!
you're referring to.
Kaswoosh is up special. I don't know. It's a little dumb.
I don't think it has any, like, coverage or anything. You should be able to intercept it.
Over the top, yeah. It's just a little bit hard to time right because you can change the timing of the distance.
Yeah, that's true.
Although I've only really ever seen, I mean, they sometimes do the short version, but most of the time, I've never seen anybody do the like the middle-sized one. Everybody either does the big one or the little one.
Yeah. Either the safest version or I need all the recovery I can get.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me that there's a character that, like, competitively, the recovery hinges on RNG. People will go for the just getting the big jump just way out there.
Oh yeah, because the thing about Zoom is that you're more likely to get it if you're off stage.
But I don't know if it's ever like 100%.
It's not, but chances are high enough that they go for it. I mean, especially if you got like a really high percentage, it may just be worth it to go for it anyway.
I kind of want to hear Cartoon K. Rool talking about pink butter now. He's created a delightful
how would he use it to
breakfast
get the
dish.
coconut?
I don't know. That's the plot. Well, let's write an episode.
Man, Mario is, rather, K. Rool is not giving this up. Heck was that?
I posted that recent Did You Know Gaming, which you probably already knew
I did
about.
watch
I don't
it.
think
I
you
don't.
knew.
I didn't watch the. I don't remember the DKC part though.
It brought up that the game was originally pitched with Wario as the villain.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah, a very long time ago. The reasons I remember seeing Nintendo rejecting, well, the reasons like Rare ended up rejecting it, as well as like Nintendo's own apprehension was like, why would Donkey Kong help Mario?
Oh yeah.
Like narratively, this was before like they made the modern DK and everything. So like, it's the same DK from the arcade games. Why would he help Mario?
Yeah. And they also wanted to, I guess it wasn't really a full Nintendo crossover because, you know,
because Mario, Wario,
Mario
and
and
Donkey
DK,
Kong, like the DK
Mario and
series
Wario, they're all
wasn't really a
the same universe.
thing. Because the only one
Right.
without Mario in it was Donkey Kong 3.
but he also, like, Wario's goal is to take over Nintendo Land, so
It was,
it felt like it
that's
kinda didn't have an
definitely
identity.
That's definitely like a rough first draft story.
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty telling because their second attempt is basically what the final game's story was.
Honestly, it makes more sense that he stole some kind of relic from Donkey Kong than just his bananas.
Yeah. I mean, the Golden Bananas plotline was used in DK64. They just have more than just the one. And, you know, I mean, it makes sense in the sense that, like, you take all my food, now I'm going to starve. I believe that's what Rare said. That,
Yeah.
Because Rare had their fan mail section on their website back in the day. And, like, they were like, hey, why does K-Rool want the bananas? And they pretty much said, oh, he's gonna starve out DK. It's like, okay, yeah, that's like, that makes sense.
Dragonite. RAR is reverse aerial rush, which is a technique there where you go forward, maintain momentum, and use a back air. You might already be doing it because the slingshot is just basically an easier version of it.
Oh, bye. Yes!
Platforms are so... These kinds of platforms are so nice for Donkey Kong.
But they're also bad.
Yeah. We'll just grab someone at the edge. It's a free kill.
Well, that's the thing, if I can get the grab. I've had lots of times where it's been reversed on me.
I only know how to play Donkey Kong on walk-offs. Ooh.
Ooh. I'll take it.
Look at you. Don't let him get back.
Nah.
Slingshot is easier. Yeah, that's kind of the appeal of it. It's like an abridged shortcut version of IRAR.
You know that your strategy is good if it has an abbreviation.
Yeah. The URAR? IRAR.
I-rar, she-rar, he-me, we-rar. This is 3rd grade, SpongeBob.
I wonder if a fall from this height would be enough to KO me. One for one.
1 for 1.
Donkey Kong wins.
He didn't tech it in time.
RARs are pretty good for DK. Yeah, being able to like bear is super quintessential to DK.
No tech in 2023. It happens. It's a matchup. Normally Dragonite does it, so I was going for a gamble that could have killed me. But sometimes they just miss the tech.
I'm a lose.
Well, I don't know who you're playing as.
Is this the Kazuya? Is he not using the Dio skin?
You know, that's a good point.
2, 1, go!
Unfortunately, Kazuya can't do a lot about just like space tilts. He's got so many moves, but you only really use a few of them. He's got some very basic bread and butters. He just does a lot of his electric fists into up smash. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Laser for distance?
That sucks.
Yeah, there.
That's much better. Oh, right. Auto turnaround.
Okay.
Can't cross him up.
What is this weird? You look like you're crossing up a lot. Ooh, okay.
Ooh. Unfortunately, I died, but that was pretty cool.
Someone says they like the music. What's playing right now?
Well, I forget what the last song was, but right now it's Gravity Rush.
The PlayStation game?
Yep.
I remember seeing her in PlayStation All-Stars just being like, who?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a popular game series by that point, or if that was just like an advertisement.
All right, I'll take
Also, I
it.
had no idea who Emmett Graves was.
Nobody did. Because I'm pretty sure that game hadn't come out yet.
Oh.
And
That,
nobody
that
talks
game-
about, what is it, Starhawk? Yeah, I don't think the game had come out yet.
That game did receive some flack for, like, promotional inclusions.
Yeah. And they don't have the legacy characters in like I mean they did. They tried their best. Let's be real, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure that Activision was just, like, hoarding Crash and Spyro.
That's the thing. Well, it was Sony who was being the cheapskates. They could have forked out for Crash and Spyro, but they didn't.
This guy has a FMP
Sorry about
and
that
Helikick.
Zavar, though.
Just FYI.
What did you have?
FMP and Helikick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was just showing you, don't attack me!
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have your recovery, kind of.
Kind of.
Oops.
All right.
No,
You didn't tech it.
I didn't. I'm afraid to go off stage.
You
This
should
heli
be.
has no vertical distance. Imagine Donkey Kong, but fast fall. Alright, you want to stay up? I can stay up there.
Okay.
I got 5 minutes. Whoa! Wow. Cut it out. Stop tilting me. Alright. I see your game.
What was it?
Maybe I don't see your game.
Or maybe you did see it. You're like, let me get closer.
Just because you know what's going to happen doesn't mean you can stop what's going to happen.
But that's not going to help you since I know everything you're going to do. That's probably one of the stranger Sonic voices in the whole series. That like weird, vaguely British voice he has in that one.
For who?
In the OVA, in the English dub. Like the actor who played him was British, but he was trying to not do a British accent.
For Sonic?
Yeah.
I'm not hella kicking out.
Good idea. You should do it more.
You say that, now I'm doubting myself. I should suplex more. You hate suplex. Man!
Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to work. That is a weird hitbox then. Or like you were basically right up in my armpit. That's probably why it worked.
I was pretty far to your side.
Yeah. Maybe it's your nose. The big Yoshi nose. Hero. Robe.
Robert the Robot? Robert the Robot.
That's actually Hero.
Oh.
His name is Robe, or Robe.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ah!
It's pronounced Dumas.
Okay. I know that in one of the Batman shows they had a thing like that where they were trying to figure out how to pronounce Ra's al Ghul.
I don't know who that is.
He's like this ghost villain Batman has. He's got like this like giant ghost pot where he like revives himself or something.
I wasn't aware that Batman fought the villain from the Black Cauldron.
Oh my gosh, I hate that. I'd be so
happened?
mad
Oh,
at
the
that.
spike?
I spiked him through like the corner of the stage. I just happened to time it perfectly. I know if that was me, I'd be mad.
That's something a few moves can do. Me Sword Fighter's power thrust hits under there.
But it's very,
Down.
you have to time it very specifically. Oh shoot, I laid it on the platform! He got me. It's okay.
I'm like 3 seconds delayed because I'm watching on stream.
Oh. Power thrust can spike? I guess it can.
I don't think it spikes at that point of the hitbox, but it will like hit them and intercept their recovery. I think Sephiroth's stare spikes all the way down, doesn't it? I don't remember actually.
Not sure.
They made a big deal about that going through the stage.
Yeah, that's a big one.
First sharking, I'm gonna call it.
I gotta give props. He misses the snooze, but goes for it.
He's probably like me and is like pre-programming his moves like a second in advance.
Yeah.
I don't have the reaction time to play any other way.
That's why you play Ganon.
Yep. Tilts. Quick, hero, mash down B. It's your only hope.
That didn't kill?
Why up your ledge? That was a very good question.
I can imagine trying to use it off ledge to cover my recovery. That's probably what he was trying to do, but he did it way too low. Oh, thank you, Peasley. You know, some people say that Peasley was very, very gay for Luigi.
Yeah.
I
A
don't-
rose to remember me by.
I don't believe it, because man cannot love a vegetable.
Luigi, don't be a vegaphobe.
Don't be a vegetable. We can't go any further than that. We can't continue the rest of that bit. Oh, I see.
What if after the Mario movie we get another Mario animated series?
It probably wouldn't be anything special.
No, it probably wouldn't be. It'd be 3D. Did people like Sonic Boom ever?
Yes. They think it's really funny.
Okay. What is that the latest one or was it a new one?
That's
the
the
Netflix
latest.
one.
Oh, latest one is Sonic Prime.
That's what I'm thinking of.
People like Sonic Prime well enough. It's got some good jokes in it. But,
Sonic Boom was the one where Eggman gave Tails dating advice, wasn't it?
Probably. That sounds like something he would do in that. Yeah, Sonic Boom really had nothing to do with the game it was based on. Neither, because, you know, there was no lyric, there was nothing from the 3DS game even. And Styx the
don't
Badger...
remember-
What?
I don't remember people liking the game, just the
No,
show.
the game sucked. The game was horrible. And here's why. It was a Wii U exclusive that was made on an engine that isn't really supported by the Wii U.
That'll do it.
Because they only told them it was going to be Wii U exclusive after they had already started and doing everything. Because Sega kind of made that exclusivity deal with Nintendo without even needing to. Oh, by the way, that exclusivity deal kind of sucked in general because
That was an old exclusivity deal.
it was
the
for
one
3
that,
games. You know what the 3 games were? Sonic Boom, Sonic Lost World, and Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Games.
But it wasn't. They'd been doing that. The Wii had its own line of Sonic games, separate from the other systems.
Yes, because the Wii couldn't do HD.
Was that the reason?
That's why they made Sonic and the Secret Rings, because they couldn't port 06 to it.
And then they continued that with a second game. And it was
Yeah.
just those two, right?
And Secret Rings,
Oh, Sonic Colors.
Secret Rings sold pretty well, which is why they decided to make it. But Black Knight did not do as well.
Colors was one of the Nintendo exclusive lines.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And Colors was, I assume Colors was like the game to hold us off because we for Generations, because the Wii didn't get Generations. Is that everybody? Oh, I guess I didn't play Mario. Because Generations came the following year and Wii didn't get it. You know, it's kind of sad that the Wii version is still the better version to play over the new version of Sonic Colors.
Yeah. I didn't buy the Colors remake. If I stream that, I guess it would be emulated. I do have the Skyward Sword remake, so I would probably stream that version.
You didn't play the original, did you?
No.
That's
I will be
that's a controversial game in the Zelda fan base for sure.
I think people generally like the story stuff it did. It was just people didn't like. The game got boring from what I hear. Also, Fi, obviously.
Yeah.
Very by the numbers, long stretches of nothing, long dungeons, which has kind of been my problem with Twilight Princess.
But also the motion controls were also a
That
big
too,
bad
yeah.
motion control.
Oh,
Okay. Might as well if you're just gonna let me do it. Nice.
right now we're trying to get through Twilight Princess, which is kind of a slog because neither of us are enjoying it. But once we do, I'm probably just gonna like book it through Skyward Sword
Yeah.
so that if I can get to my first Breath of the Wild. I still haven't played it yet.
How long did you buy it? Like back when it first came out? And you just haven't.
I've still had it sitting on the shelf since then.
It's been 6 years. Just in time for the sequel, by the way.
I don't know how quickly I'm gonna get through. We're gonna get through it. It's
I
probably gonna,
mean,
we're probably
if you
gonna play
want
the
to just
sequel.
beeline it, you can beat the game very quickly, even on a casual playthrough.
Yeah, we'll just go straight to Ganon.
Well,
No, I need to collect all 100 Koroks. This is very important. 199.
there's more Koroks than you can beat the game. Then you
I'm
need
aware.
to max out your stats, I should say. If you get them all, you just get a big golden key.
Yeah, ha ha! You found me.
The Koroks were a lot more interesting in Wind Waker.
I guess. I
Just
like
because
the
they had
Koroks.
like
I
an
missed-
actual story.
I miss the Kakiri.
They're still there.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they turned into the Koroks.
Yeah, I miss them not being like annoying little wood creatures.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, you like approaching with projectiles, do you?
Phone guy.
But who was Phone?
William Afton. That's the math joke.
Oh. I thought you were making a joke about the "Can you hear me now" guy, which would be reference.
That, I mean, you know what? Maybe it works both ways. I'm thinking of the song. Who could it be now?
Who does that song?
No. Because the dude you name on YouTube is Phone Guy from FNAF, I'm assuming. Oh, hey, check it out. Fitness Boxing just announced a Fist of the North Star version.
That was old. That was in a direct.
Was it?
Like a year ago. And it was really weird then.
Well, whatever. I can't
wouldn't
wait
be
for the
as
next
fit
Mario
as
Kart
Bro.
DLC to come out. That's been my new, like, Smash Bros. Replacement, and now that they have characters, well... Seems weird to introduce characters halfway through the past, though. Now they said that each bunch of tracks is going to include one new character. Although they said it's specifically characters from returning that are returning. So nobody completely new, but there are still a ton of characters they could pick from. It's just my question is does Tor count as a returning? Because I'm inclined to say yes, because but does that mean we would get like we would get like free running Koopa? Are we gonna get gold dry Bowser?
I was gonna say, I wonder if they were like waiting to see if maybe it sold less than they expected it to, and now they're adding characters to fill it out, but I can't imagine that a Mario Kart DLC sold poorly.
Mario Kart 8 has been the highest selling game on Nintendo every year since 2013.
Yeah.
Well, highest selling on the home consoles. Obviously, the 3DS was demolishing the Wii U's numbers.
I expected Mario Odyssey DLC, Mario Party as well. I was really surprised those
Mario
didn't
Party
get any.
Superstars really needs more boards, and I am shocked that didn't get any. Like, if that game had the, oh, we're releasing more content later, I would be so happy with that. But no, that game doesn't
Could have
get
said
it.
that with the previous one, Super Mario Party as well. They're
Well-
just such perfect games to have DLC for.
At least with Super Mario Party, like, Mario Party All-Stars was being made, so, like, okay, yeah. But that just kind of cheapens Super Mario Party, because that just feels like a game we were just had because we can't get a real one.
I think they should have just added content to Super Mario Party instead of making a new one.
I don't know. I don't think I think people really just wanted the classic style without all the extra dice and everything.
I liked the dice mechanic. You could always disable that in, like, the options.
That's true.
Or that is what they should have done. They also should have released the game with real online. That was their big mistake.
That's
with
so
the
flippin'
Super.
crazy that they added online to it later.
Did they add online, like, board play or just the
No,
mini games?
Just the mini games.
Yes, that doesn't
No,
count.
wait,
That's not real
no.
online.
Hold on. Super Mario Party Online play.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, in 2021, they added. Oh. Nope. Yes, they added board play in 2021. You're one of the people who played Mario Odyssey but never finished it to completion. Mario Odyssey, I did complete 100%. I got 999, which just resulted in a lot of farming, because by the end of it, you're still like 100 or so short. Ouch.
I don't think this guy likes approaching.
What oh, I finished watching season 1 of The Simpsons. Miles Tailed Prower is dissing your gameplay.
Ooh, mine?
Yeah.
If it didn't work, I wouldn't be doing it. Miles
Wow,
Tails
I
Prower.
love seeing spammy me gunner players, lol, who have no skill. And what do you say to your haters?
How about you try winning?
Oh,
Don't hate the play, hate the game.
scathing. Now let's see. Now we go back into the back rooms, and we'll see what Miles Tails Prower has to say to that. I can't say back rooms for filming the back room of a stage anymore.
I thought you meant like the Smash back rooms, where old tier lists were decided.
I did not know that. Wait, I thought it was just GameFAQs forums.
No, it was the Smashboards back rooms, which was like invite-only forums
Did not know
for
about
players
that.
who knew what they were talking about.
I was trying to do like a WWE style beef. Maybe I can manufacture something.
But this person would rather do that than try to approach.
You know what? I can't say I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because I did it. I've done it. I did it last week.
This indicates a skill that you need to learn. FYI.
Tails just says that they know what they're talking about.
Oh, okay. They're actually like that's actually ESAM. That's his alt account.
That's actually ESAM. I can't believe ESAM roleplays as Tails the twin-tailed fox.
I know, right?
3, 2, 1, go!
That itself is kind of a
Did
joke.
that jab just hit me from behind?
It did seem to do that.
Maybe he does have no skill.
There's a bit of a state of pro players being held on a little too high of a pedestal as well, so. Uh-oh.
Well,
Okay.
I tried.
You did try.
Living like Larry. Hey, can you... Thanks.
You are the worst creature to ever exist!
No one's gonna get that but me.
Nope. Hey, I learned today there are SpongeBob comics. Thanks for that.
You gonna read them all?
No. I haven't watched all of SpongeBob.
Very few have.
I wonder when it gets bad.
I mean,
I've
for
heard general
everybody it's
complaint.
different.
I do remember the point at which it got to be more like gross out humor. I can't watch the scene with like Squidward moving
okay,
the
so
couch.
that's gone. There's basically been a return from that. Now the show
That's-
has gone back to lots of really wacky animated sequences, especially with like characters going off model and doing interesting like bits. But on the other hand, when they're not doing that, they're so on model that it's almost like sterile.
I know the art style is very very digital these days,
Yeah.
which is the case for a lot of these those long running shows. I didn't watch Fairly Odd Parents after they introduced the baby, and I don't think I missed much.
Yeah, because you missed the baby and the dog.
There's a dog?
Yep, and the other girl that he had to share them with. They had to share
I
Cosmo Wanda with.
heard something about that. Hey, remember Tough Puppy? That came and went.
Well,
People
you
only
know who-
remember the cat.
I mean, everybody remembers the cat.
Oh no!
Well, okay, you kind of.
You know what? High skill, well played, friend.
Yes, we are
You are
indeed.
a skilled Smash player.
We are indeed the top 5% of all Smash players.
Her name is Chloe. Is the new character, but new. Talking about stuff that was like 10 years ago, more.
Hey, the spammy me gunner player lost. You guys gotta have a battle at some point.
Well, now I have to stay as Gunner.
You can't. Yeah, like it can't stop now. No. What do you mean no, Dragonite?
I especially like that because Tails' thing is using guns and mechanisms.
I can't believe Tails is so anti-technology.
No, he's the only one allowed to use gadgets.
Oh.
What that's kind of disappointing. Like the gimmick for the player character in Sonic Frontiers could have been Tails. He's never really
You
been
mean
playable like
Forces?
that in a game. It's Forces, yeah, sorry. The only game where he like heavily used gadgets was Sonic Battle. I can think of.
Well, there's Adventure 2.
Other than, yeah, like a mech suit, but like various gadgets that he'd pull out.
Tails Adventure.
They do that?
That's a Zelda-esque game on the Game Gear.
Yeah, I'm aware of that game. I've never...
I thought you were like I thought you were asking did they do that?
No, I don't know what the gameplay in it was like, or I don't remember. I think I had the like GameCube collections and the Game Gear games. I just kind of looked at once and never touched again.
Yeah.
Boot up for some sweet Tails Sky Patrol.
Yeah, Tails Sky Patrol kind of sucks, but Tails Adventure is actually a legitimately fun adventure game.
It was the Flicky game. That was a weird one.
Well, that was an arcade game from before Sonic was a thing. Flicky was from like,
Oh.
1989.
And they just adapted it
They
for
just
Sonic.
put Flicky in Sonic, yeah.
It's kind of sad that Tails needed all 14 emeralds just to go super.
Yeah. Well, now
And
he
his
doesn't
superpower
anymore.
was birds. We got the super forms again in Sonic Heroes. I like that about it.
No, Sonic got it. Tails and
Oh, Tails and
Knuckles
Knuckles
did
went
not.
super.
They
No?
did not. No, they had a bubble around them.
Oh, disappointing.
A little disappointing.
Ambitious. Going for the Randall up smash.
Well, I mean, hey, I got the up air, and that led to me
Would've-
winning the stock.
Would have been cool.
I mean, what do I have to lose? He has to come down to my level.
Hey, you sound like me playing Gunner.
Yeah.
You're doing better against Dragonite than you usually do.
Yeah, because I'm staying
Hey.
under the platforms and waiting for him to fireball.
Bean had a game long before being in Fighters. Bean the Dynamite?
Bean the Dynamite is based off of Bin and Pin from Dynamite Ducks. Bean is actually not a duck. He's a woodpecker,
I see.
which is something that the Archie comics actually got wrong.
Then why was the game called Dynamite Ducks?
Well, Bean is not a character from the game. He's based on the characters from the game.
Ah,
The characters are called Bin and Pin, not Bean.
okay.
Yeah. They're ducks, but Bean is not. He's a woodpecker. It's pretty easy to tell when you look at the shape of his beak versus other duck characters.
There are other duck characters?
Well, in the comics and stuff, especially in I should say in the IDW. Comics.
You're a duck hunt? You can't complain about me playing me Gunner when you're duck hunt.
But he has a duck bill. No, that's a woodpecker beak. If you look at how the characters were designed in Dynamite Ducks versus Bean, Bean's got a much sharper beak. Of course, they all look very different to how the Babylon Rogues were designed. He says he can.
Oh, well, screw me, I guess.
Yeah,
Can't argue with
I'm
that.
sorry, you've just been, you've just been annihilated in an argument. My failing that last match was me trying to go for spinning cone way too often, not really letting the situation play out.
It's something that you tend to do a lot.
When it's a go-to when I'm in disadvantage. It's not a
Yeah.
good look for me, I admit.
I mean, I'm no one to talk. I go for Dark Dive way too much.
Well, it is one of those moves that like you either learn it or you just suffer. Like flame.
That's
Throw.
kind of my philosophy, is that if I have doubts, then I'll go for something, because going for something and failing is the only way that I'll get better at it.
Well, you'll get better at it if by failing you learn what the right thing to do is, and you haven't stopped using Dark Dive.
Yeah. Well, because
Just like I haven't stopped using Spinning Cone, so who's winning
It's good.
here? Neither of us.
oh, and he's teabagging too. Okay. Very, very sportsmanlike. Tails the dog, and Bean the woodpecker.
Yeah. Wait, you can hit the can with the wild gunman? I guess you can.
You can hit it with anything.
I forgot how weak sauce the death scream was. It's just a
What, the
single,
dogs?
Yeah, it's just a single dog bark. It's a little yip. I would have expected like a.
You can't make a dying dog too
Muriel.
sad. I would love a mod that replaces Duck Hunt's voice lines with Courage the Cowardly Dog. He just spawns in the things I do for love.
Oh, Muriel. I saw somebody put his voice over Kobeni from Chainsaw Man.
Oh
It
yeah,
works pretty well there.
I think you showed me that. Is that the dog with a chainsaw on it?
Yes. Well, Kobeni is the woman who's like neurotic and crazy.
Oh,
She's
okay.
like,
Then
she's
no,
like
that's
paranoid all the time.
not the dog then.
Okay.
Someone, I don't know what character. I guess it's on whatever character you want. Someone made a Spelunky 2 mod. It's Courage in the eggplant suit. I don't know why that Courage specifically.
They didn't mod the pugs to be Courage.
That would be a great idea, but no, I guess not.
You could play as Muriel. You seen that one?
Seen what one? The Courage?
No, the guy seen the video. Conker was referring to the video of Kobeni. I honestly don't know who's gonna win this. They're pretty even the match. Wow. I would have hated being hit by that combo. I would have been
Yeah.
screaming my head off.
I warmed up Dragonite. I got him into the mood to approach through projectiles.
That's
You're welcome.
That's a good point.
Oh, the Courage in Spelunky.
That Duck Hunt was a pain. Worst Mario player. Oh, it's Comic Book Guy. That's who. Worst Mario player ever. I must return to my home so that I may farm kids on Super Smash Bros. Online.
3, 2, 1, go!
If you'll excuse me, I have to go onto online forums and complain about projectile spam. Thank you and good day.
I remember the episode where there was a competing comic book store that opened. It was like a cool younger guy, and all the kids went there instead. That's about all I remember about Comic Book Guy.
He dated Edna Krabappel once.
I think I remember that as well.
They had like a whole thing where Edna was just being shuffled around with a bunch of different guys.
But she was with Spinner for a while.
Yes, and then it turned out that like Skinner is just too like much of a mama's boy. She can't.
Yeah.
You know,
Truly the John Arbuckle of The Simpsons. I feel sorry for Skinner.
they actually found a really good place for her to be when she was with Ned, but then her voice actress died.
Yeah.
So they had to leave. Now Flanders has 2 dead wives. The funny thing about Maude is that she is such a nothing character that the most important thing about her is that she's dead.
She was alive at the start of the show, wasn't she?
Yeah,
I
she
honestly
died-
forgot.
She died in like season 12.
Yeah.
And the reason she died
That's
is
how
because
little I
of,
remember her.
the reason she died is because of pay disputes.
Cape the oil. Cape the oil.
Cape the oil. Can you do that? I don't think the oil is a projectile.
I'm not sure, actually. That's a good point.
Didn't one of Marge's sisters die but suddenly come back? I don't think so. You might be thinking of Marge's mom. She died and she never came back. No, grandmother.
One of the sisters was
Marge's-
a lesbian.
That's true. They revealed that, I forget which one. I think it was Patty. Patty's a lesbian. Because they had multiple episodes about Selma dating people. Although I still can't tell which is which just by looking at
Yeah.
it.
One of them has square and one of them has round hair. That's the difference, right?
Yeah, one's got like 2 peaks and the other one's got like 1 peak on their head. As Marge's VA gets older, she has better voices for Patty and Selma, but worse for Marge.
Oh, it's the same voice.
Yeah, Julie Kavner voices Marge, Patty, Selma, Mrs. Bouvier, anybody basically related to Marge.
Entire family.
Yeah. A character that did die was Fat Tony.
Fat Tony.
Yeah, he's like the mobster boss. They
Okay,
had an,
I know
they had
who
an
that
episode with, due to something Homer like did, Fat Tony ended up dying, but it wasn't like Homer's fault.
There's also that guy who, the I'm Homer Simpson guy.
Oh, Frank Grimes. Yes. He killed himself, but the whole point of the episode was just making fun of the show's own premise.
And, but what's the saxophonist?
Oh,
Bleeding Gums Murphy?
Yes.
He died the same episode, right?
No, he died because his voice actor died. So he died off screen. Frank Grimes died twice. Well, there was Grimes, and then there was Grimes Jr., who was in a different episode.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Wasn't it a thing? They had an episode with, like, Bleeding Gums' funeral and Lisa, didn't they?
Probably. What was the thing I was oh, yes. Fat Tony died, but then they had another character they made up for the episode that was like his cousin called Fit Tony. But as he started working in the mob business and replaced his cousin, he started getting fatter, and now he's Fat Tony, and they sound exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
So it's like he died, but like it doesn't matter that he died. Yo, Miles, if you're gonna continue to be rude like this, I'm gonna have to ask you to clean up your act, or else you're gonna be kicked out of this stream, buddy. All right, I'm not tolerating this kind of behavior.
Is he mad about the Game & Watch now?
He's mad about the Mario. He's just insulting people in general with language that is not really something I would like to hear. But you know, I'm you know.
Oh, the bomb. Nope. Not gonna oil me.
Oh, sorry. That's another situation. It's like. Homer, did you get the boards? What for? Oh, the zombies. No. Never tolerate anything? Well, unless you have a peer review to back that source up, you got one more chance to clean up your act, or else you're getting out of here, buddy.
Is Dr. Disrespect still banned from Twitch or whatever?
All right, Miles, you've just earned yourself a ban.
He got like he got in trouble for filming in a bathroom at a convention. I don't remember whatever happened after that. Oh, there it is. You got one. I got oiled. You know what? I'm going melee. No more specials for me. I can take you.
Alright, now let me refresh the chat box.
I say that, but some of my normals are also projectiles.
There we go. Oh, isn't that nice and clean? See the white on the background with no messages. Only for it to be filled with the dregs of conversation.
Oh, that hit me! Sorry.
He's got I like how now I'm seeing on YouTube the Miles Tails probably has got a picture of Angry Tails from the movie. Very angry. He's a very angry little fox.
I wonder if he thought he was doing a bit like, yeah, I'm disrespectful. That's my persona.
Maybe. Tails is still here in the lobby. Can I kick him? I'm implied this. I'm thinking yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go through our next match. I don't want you. Do you have to go to the back of the line if you
No.
mess with players?
I do not.
Okay.
I can just kick him.
Martha, Martha, Martha.
So that one I don't get.
That's the Brady Bunch.
Oh, I never watched the Brady Bunch.
Neither did I.
It was the Loud House.
It's basically the same premise. Well, kind of. Loud House was a little more weighted to the female gender.
Yes. Just want to skill get the toxic player. Yes, but stooping down to their level will never accomplish anything. Sorry, phone guy. I had to get rid of him.
It's fine.
I don't look. I'm
Productive.
gonna say it. I don't tolerate behavior that bemoans other viewers. That's not appropriate, and it's not how you should be acting in any online setting. Can you like knock it off?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Hey, you should up tilt more.
Good point.
Damn it!
What character do you guys have wanted to know with the Jinx
Crash.
Dixie Kong. Dixie's
I think
still my next most wanted.
Crash or Eggman are the only characters that could have been added that I would have been like excited to play. I was kind of excited for Sephiroth just because he's a bad guy, but he's also such a nothing character, and his playstyle didn't end up jiving with me.
You don't really play swordies.
No. I enjoy some of them.
How did
It's
you
just
end up
Sephiroth.
settling on the Mii's?
I like the way they play. Brawler because he's got, I think it's mostly the command grab and the big hits, similar to Ganon and Bowser. Yeah. I don't know why I like Gunner. I don't hate projectile characters. I like Mega Man as well. Just most of the others don't feel like wholly projectile characters.
Right. Mega Man is definitely like 100%. Like, the only thing he's not is like his up tilt.
His forward air and back air are melee, which is the opposite of me Gunner. Well, fair anyway. He's got a projectile forward air, but not up air. Kind of up air, not down air. That's it. Just punched in the face.
You're going to Minecraft, buddy.
Donkey Kong wins.
Living like Larry.
We have Eggman in kinda? What are you talking about?
He's like a costume, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's also like, even if Eggman were to be added,
Guys, look. Congus is back. And there's a guy named Jim Jim.
okay, fascinating.
I don't know who Jim Jim is, but like, that's a good name.
Even if Eggman were added, his gimmick is kind of already taken by Bowser Jr., so...
Yeah. And of course, size is also a concern.
3, 2, 1, go!
It wasn't a concern for Ridley. Kind of was, but not
It was,
anymore.
but I assume Ridley actually unironically had a lot of votes, which is why they decided to go with him eventually.
As far as other Sonic characters, I kind of just wouldn't want Shadow because he's too similar.
If you want like moveset potential, I think Knuckles is probably a good one because he would.
It
be
would feel
different-
wrong to
he would
have
be
Knuckles
different
without
from
Tails.
Sonic. It would
to
be a
me.
little weird, but some people like the Sonic and Knuckles rivalry type thing going on, which isn't really a thing anymore, but
He's also Knuckles is such a butt monkey that it's hard to like him as a character anymore.
Well, they've actually done a lot to like change that. With
I'm glad the second movie is.
Well, even more than that, the Sonic Frontiers kind of took his movie personality, like integrated it a little bit more into his character. They've done a lot to like try to make him more of a more of like a Starfire type character.
Starfire?
Yeah, and that he
Like,
just, he doesn't understand social norms, but he's not an idiot.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I'm just more the fact that he's treated like a Yamcha, just totally incompetent, never does anything, loses every fight. That gets old. It's like he's supposed to be the strongest of the team, but that never really comes up at all.
Flippin' did my spinning Kong.
Knuckles isn't Yamcha. He was treated like Yamcha for a lot of the Sonic franchise. Sonic X was especially bad about it.
Yeah.
Until like the final arc, he finally got a fight that he did something in. He's just a constant joke character a lot of the time, where he's easily tricked by Eggman. He's big, he's dumb, and he doesn't really have any wins under his belt.
His character in Adventure and Adventure 2 was very different as well. He's very mellow.
He just wants his emeralds back.
Well, like, I also think that's partially more so the voice actor, but like in Adventure 1 especially, he's very, very mellow.
He's not easily angered like he was in later versions.
No. And then there's Sonic
Even
Boom,
Sonic 3.
which is like the funniest version, but he's just an idiot. So if you like Knuckles to not be an idiot, that's not for you. He's got a lot of things. They're like, guys, we can't just stand around watching this. And Knuckles goes, "You're right," and then he sits down.
Yeah, that's all he does. That's his contribution.
Or what is it? Sonic, like, my middle name is Danger, and then Knuckles goes, "I thought your middle name was The." To get a hold on Martha's gameplay here.
I haven't been paying attention until you mentioned it. She's trying to get a lot of distance, and letting Dragonite have a lot of the stage.
Yeah, I mean, I do that too.
I think I do that a little too much, and it kind of backs me into a corner as Ganon.
I mean, when
sometimes.
you play as Gunner, you can't. You set up shop, you know?
Yeah, I was talking more about Ganon.
Oh. I don't. Is that how people play Gunner in comp? Do they just set up shop?
Not entirely. It's a mix of like they use projectiles if they're allowed to, but they also. It's kind of similar. It's a zoner in the similar way as you play a sword character. You kind of want to be at mid-range and use things like fair and nair a lot.
Anybody remember the old Sonic Zombies? Is that like a flash animation? Is it like Super Mario Bros. Z?
There's an Archie comics.
Oh, are you talking about the Zombots? That was a plot line in the Archie in the IDW comics, where they made a virus to kill Sonic and turn him into a zombie robot, but it worked way too well, and now the whole world is being turned into zombie robots.
And Eggman has to like team up with the other guys or something.
No, Eggman is furious because Dr. Starline, like the guy who's working with him, is like, "See, we stopped it." And he's like, "I don't have anything to rule over if the world is all zombie robots, moron."
Well, yeah, that's would be a good reason for him to help stop it in some way, right?
Right. Well, I thought you mean team up with like the Sonic and the gang, but he doesn't.
Yeah. I like villain team ups. I wish they happened a little more.
He bodied Starline pretty hard because Starline was like, "See, I could just kill Sonic right here with this," and he's like, he got really close.
Yeah.
And Eggman like grabbed him and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What? He's right here." He's like, "No, I could carpet bomb Sonic any day of the week. That's not why I'm doing this." Very interesting. And then he like throws him into the wall, and he's presumed dead because of like something that happens afterwards. But he couldn't do that.
Eggman once again showing his superhuman strength.
Oh yeah. after the speed that he's had in Sonic 2 and 4.
I'm telling you, he's like a superhuman. They just don't want to acknowledge it, Sega.
Lesser man would die of. They're playing a good game out there.
They said it would be unfair to chat for Sonic to be a challenger in the 100-meter dash. However, there was one man.
There's one man who could do it, Eggman. Okay, so it's an old Gmod series. No, I did not know about it. Was it like somebody? Oh my gosh!
Just right in the face.
If only you had faced the other way, you would have gotten him. You're next, right?
Am I?
No,
Congus is.
Who will Congus be playing? Do you know?
I'm gonna guess Banjo.
I don't think it's gonna be Banjo.
Maybe.
I think it's gonna be Sora.
Yeah, he doesn't play Banjo online anymore, does he?
No, because he doesn't get any rewards for it. Another friend request. Wow, 2 friend requests in one day. Ike. That was my second guess. You know, Ike kind of looks like a JoJo.
Yeah, people have made that comparison. He looks like the first one, Jonathan Joestar.
Yeah. It's mostly just in his face. His outfit, not really, but...
Face,
Pot of greed, I
hairstyle,
respect.
hair color.
Tell me Sonic can run at the speed of light, but Eggman it looks like he eats like 92 McRibs in an hour and can run faster. If Sonic ran at the speed of light, that would be an interesting storyline, right?
I'm sure it happens in the comics or some shit.
Yeah, probably. Because if Sonic ran at the speed of light, well, they say that if you go at the speed of light, you would see the entirety of the universe passing by you in an instant.
We need a source on that.
It's all theoretical. Because we don't really know how it works. Nobody's ever reached light speed. But the the thing about time perception being different based on your own speed is true.
I never watched Interstellar.
I've never heard of Interstellar.
It was a movie that I think had to do with that premise. Like an astronaut goes into space for a while and there's some kind of time compression thing, comes back and a lot of time has passed on Earth.
Oh,
More
Planet of the
for him.
Apes.
Oh, is that... Okay, that's Planet of the Apes as well. There's also a Queen song, 39.
Because Planet of the Apes was the... Well, I mean, you know, I'm spoiling the movie. Sorry, but...
Yeah, no, I'm aware of it. I just forgot about that
The
fact.
astronauts, yeah, they go into space and then just come back later.
It's
There
the
was a
reveal
Twilight
of
Zone
statue.
episode with a similar premise, except they were on a plane. But that's not really the same thing as, like, going to light speed.
Yeah. Also not the same thing, but I like the Powerpuff Girls episode. Where they go so fast that they go to the future.
That's actually exactly kind of the thing that they're
Okay.
talking about.
I'll just be wrong on everything.
Okay, so here it is to the best of my ability. Time is relative, and time can bend, because space-time is like what makes up our universe, right? It's 2 things, not 1 thing. Well, it's 1 thing that represents 2 things, right? And the faster you go, the slower everything else is in comparison. So if you somehow reach light speeds, which, as beings with mass, is pretty much impossible for us to do so, you would watch the entirety of the universe pass by you in like a minute or something like that. And by the time you like slowed down or whatever, there would be nothing left. The universe would be dead, theoretically.
Yeah. Ooh, there it is. He mentioned that he was trying to play Ike more, I think, didn't
Yes.
Donkey Kong wins.
Ike has a losing match against Mario. Yeah, getting Mario with the up special. I want to thank you for following, Mitch. Who's D-Rock?
he? Why do people join the arenas just to the stream? You can just come watch the stream, guys.
That's true, but they don't want to support me. They hate my
All right,
guts.
how do I watch Smash matches without giving this dude any audience or money.
Yeah, I could tell you're Martha.
I don't like that he banned my favorite Salty Fox role player.
2, 1, go!
Gotta warm up online. Yeah.
That was a mistake.
That was. How about that one? Was that intentional?
No, this Kong plays very passively, so I can't commit to things like Flame Choke. I say as I Flame Choke.
Hey, but do it when it works. Only, do the moves when they're gonna hit.
He or she, their game plan is to stand back and wait for me to commit to a move so that then they can react.
Yeah. But that's Ganon's game plan.
Oh, I missed. Like that. And I can beat it by not committing to moves like I keep doing.
Almost.
Man. Just hit me with punches even. I get the impression this person has a lot of Ganon experience.
Maybe.
Still not going to be a stock. Nope, it's too stale.
All right. You got one.
I got one.
You have
She's
the
not going to
potential
come forward.
You have the potential to turn this around very quickly.
Almost accidentally Warlock punched. Woo!
Let's do that again.
See, I can't force her to approach now because I don't have the lead. I also keep failing to edgeguard correctly. Went down lower than I thought it would.
Donkey Kong wins!
All right. Well, I guess it's my turn again.
You can beat her. I believe in you.
Probably.
What time is it? 1:24. I will see if I can get another Bowser in. Definitely don't up be in neutral. She's gonna murder you for that.
Yeah. Oops. Hey, I hit you, so, die, please? Hey, I was above the stage, so air dodge onto it.
Donkey Kong
Or grab it. Grab the ledge.
What? Has
Yeah, no.
Dragonite fought her yet?
Yeah, no, I definitely got cheated out of some hits there.
Oh, hello, Martha. Martha's in chat.
Yes, that's Mitch.
Three, two, one, go!
Oh, yeah, Dragonite has fought them before. They lost because they mistimed the one hit off the stage.
I think Mitch was less likable than any like actual Powerpuff villain.
Who was Mitch? Was
The,
that
the,
the,
li-
nerd?
the little, no, he was the little brown-haired kid who sounded like this and always made fun of everyone.
Those kinds of characters are generally more hated because they're like real people you know.
So like Ganondorf is more of a threat, but I'd rather punch Porky Minch in the face.
There is no way that I actually think that Porky Minch is more dangerous than Ganon.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, for all the stuff Ganon did, he never summoned a world-ending demon.
He was supposed to be the world-ending demon.
He's not supposed to destroy the world. He's just supposed to kill Link and Zelda,
That's true.
and then take it over. You know, there's a big difference between somebody who wants to take over the world versus destroy it.
Except in Ocarina, him taking over was also kind of destroying it. He just kind of wanted to fill it with monsters and have everything be a wasteland, I guess. Or he was just really bad at ruling.
But like Count Bleck in Super Paper Mario, he wants to destroy all worlds like completely, like nothing left type.
That's something I'm never gonna play. You could do the Book of Mario Super Paper Mario version.
I just played Super Paper Mario, so it wouldn't be
I know, yeah, I know.
You don't like Super Paper Mario that much?
I don't.
I do. I'll tell you what though, the Samurai King chapter is a little annoying. Because basically nothing happens until they decide that, okay, now we're gonna destroy this planet. This world, rather.
Dragonite's holding his own. Oh, there he goes.
Keeps falling into that.
Just the fair.
Or just any one of those edge guarding. Like all the edge guarding that this Martha gets is free, which is crazy because I do like the same things that doesn't happen.
Usually have to bait out like their aerials before you can do anything. Bait out an aerial or an air dodge. Congus, do you have any opinions on Martha's play?
You have any unsolicited advice, perhaps?
Yeah. No, I think he or she is a solid player.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say anything negative about him.
No, that's fine.
It's a very patient, neutral game is the thing I notice most.
Oh my gosh.
Donkey Kong wins!
If you know someone's going to commit to a move, you really can just like run up and punch them. Alright, Congus is next. Still on Ike, I assume.
Wow, this stream has just flown by.
You had a few streaks this stream.
I did.
You did better when you weren't thinking about how you were doing at the game.
Yes, but also there weren't like a lot of people here who were just destroying me like normal.
Yeah, we didn't get anyone just come in and dominate everyone for several runs. Was Whipper here? He was playing DK, right?
He was. He didn't play K. Rool at all today. The only thing he said in chat was spinning Kong is a very good move.
Yeah. It was just the God-given truth. Just
Yeah.
a fact right there. Ambitious.
Yeah, to try to spike for that.
I don't know if that's possible for DK.
Maybe, but it'd be very specific because, like, you know, the sword gets there first.
Yeah. Be a very tight window if so.
Super Mario, that should have made chapter 2 a special chapter instead of it being a chapter for the story. I mean, you can go back to the Samurai's Guy's Kingdom and actually complete the challenge, but why? It's so boring. It's literally just like 100 rooms.
Isn't that there's also a Pit of 100 Trials thing
There's
separate
two.
from that?
There's the flip side and flop side Pit of 100 Trials. The reward you get for doing the flip side one is Dashel.
Although it's significantly less like strategy intensive as a game. Just
No,
kind of
yeah, you can kind of just use Bowser
odd
to
thing.
cheese through the whole thing. I mean, I remember making it all the way to the end and dying on the boss. It was like Frick Tail or something.
parry
See, that's
there.
what we needed. We needed another Paper Mario game where you had a dragon main boss and the Pit of 100 Trials where it's just a gray version of that dragon.
Which is kind of funny that they did that after like the only complaint people had about Thousand Year Door was how much it recycled from one.
I never thought of Thousand Year Door as much as a recycle.
They redo a lot of stuff that was in Mark 1. A lot of puzzles, a lot of concepts, characters, bosses. Still enjoy it. It's still a very well-received game, but
Yeah.
if there was any criticism of it, that's the only one I've ever really heard.
Wow, I can't believe you didn't tech that.
It's online.
Yeah. Well, this is a close one.
That was a weird, like, they parried and then slid afterwards.
That's true. Thousand Year Door does have 3 dragon bosses because you also fight Gloomtail in Chapter 8. My favorite song in that game is still the X-Dot Fortress on the Moon.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what Hooktail was called in Book of Mario. I think Gloomtail was called Corporate. You gotta report to Corporate.
Like Coops.
Coops was Carbon.
No. Oh, you're right. Excuse me, Cooper. Cooper was corporate.
Oh yeah, he was in Paper Mario, in Book of Mario 64.
Just realized I haven't been enforcing the rotation like all day because I haven't had to until now. What's that?
Is Martha? Who did she start with?
Oh, she's already done like Martha's already done like more than the rotation at this point. Like she's already going through his second rotation.
I'm confident I could take her.
3, 2, 1, go!
I think Hooktail is female.
Hooktail is female.
Hooktail is female. Gloomtail is male. I don't think Bonetail is. boss at the end.
It's old.
Yeah, he's dead.
You gotta be real old to be a skeleton.
I don't remember what the final boss of. Oh, I remember now. The final boss of the flop side pit of 100 Trials is like a shadow version of the main characters. The game doesn't really tell you. I thought the game does tell you.
Yeah, it's very explicit. Hooktail is very explicitly a female. That last like screw up bear almost did it.
Yeah.
That sour spot? I thought it was supposed to like set on fire.
Maybe it did. I really got to the pit of 100 Trials and Super. You can unlock them quite early, actually.
Pretty sure I did everything in that game except for 100% the card decks or whatever it was.
Wow, that's a lot for a game you don't like.
Yeah, it is. That's how much of a completionist I am.
I could never complete a RPG 100%. Did you complete the recipes?
No, probably not that either.
You unlock it after chapter 4, right?
I did 100% the first two Paper Marios. Badges and recipes included.
Although the only recipe you need is jelly shrooms. Jelly ultras, excuse me.
Maybe you can, if you have enough jellies and ultra shrooms, yeah. Enough coins to buy them.
Or you could do what Strider did and do those tactics that do those tactics that allow you to beat
Like low
every
health?
boss at level 1.
Oh, I haven't looked into that video.
Basically they hacked they hacked the XP gains that their health is that they're always at level 1, and every match provides no star points. Or rather, it provides star points, but the counter doesn't increment.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I don't know what like strategies he used for each boss is all.
Oh yeah, a lot of double dip.
We used Danger Mario in our playthrough.
Wow. Open Game and Watch. Okay, well now I don't need to worry about it.
D-Rock's still just hanging out in the stands.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, there's another
All right.
one.
This won't be confusing.
They don't even look different.
No.
One's supposed to be dimmer. I can't even tell.
Isn't that just like if you're one of them, then the other one is dimmer?
Yeah, but if you're watching it, I think player 2 is always the dimmer.
Okay. Well, not that it matters because they're both monochrome.
Yeah.
I wonder if there will ever be a legal flat stage in a Smash game.
Probably not as long as the game is actually 3D.
Yeah. 'Cause there's some Z-axis stuff that doesn't apply on flat stages.
Yeah.
It's
Not
never
that any.
really-
Well, you know, the thing is the flat stages that exist would get banned for other reasons anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if there were one that had a
Illegal,
tournament-friendly layout, it would be interesting to see that Z-axis stuff explored.
If we ever need a Game & Watch practice, today's the day. You're right. But we got 20 minutes to get better.
You don't need to get better. Game & Watch is bullshit. Trash character doesn't go.
Look at him reflecting that. That guy is. You're still thinking about him, huh?
It's kind of funny because no one here is taking him seriously. It's like Bakugo.
You're right. Hi, Baku. Gosh, I hate him so much.
What's his problem?
Eh.
Weirdo.
Isn't it? Doesn't he hate him literally because he like held the door for him or something? Like
I
Ichigo
don't
held the
know.
door for him or something. Ichigo.
Yeah,
Izuku.
Ichigo like helped. He was like nice as a kid, and I don't know.
Who?
If that's a thing,
Izuku.
then it hasn't gotten there in
Deku
the
Jet,
anime
right?
yet.
It's MHA. Like the reason that Bakugo hates him is because he like Izuku held his door open or something.
I think he's just mad at the idea that a person who's like nice and not trying that hard would. He does try hard, but he doesn't appear to try that hard.
He breaks every bone in his body. Come on, he's gotta.
I think he's just mad that someone with his personality would be like on par with him.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to Vegeta.
What kind of same brain? Game & Watch players really do share a single brain cell.
He's not a character with that much dimension.
No, you're right. It's a flat game plan.
You can tell when someone has no Game & Watch experience is when they can't deal with just up B down air, up B down air, up B down air.
Doesn't make it not suck though.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to deal with it.
Who is Robe? I don't know who Robe is, but they were here earlier playing the game. I'm not really pressed about it because no one's like itching to come in, and we don't have a lot of time left. So Mario players share brain cells, do they? I didn't know that. I mean, they all do the same things.
Mario is also a character without much dimension. I hope Waluigi appears just like at the very end of the credits of the Mario movie. Like, hey, I'm here too. Black.
Luigi fans, definitely. I always think of Vegeta's, and I'm here too.
Vegeta?
Yeah, and
Oh, it's like a Team 4-star thing?
Yeah, in a bridge. They did the Kai abridged.
I've watched it, but I don't remember it that well.
It was when they were getting rid of all the people on Namek. And Vegeta said, "I'm here too," before he popped out.
Get out of here.
I thought you were gonna kill yourself.
No, why? When would I ever?
No, of course not. Especially not doing that specific technique.
I'm having a little trouble with K. Kuman.
King K. Kuman. I wonder why Bowser sounds like a T-Rex. Because that's what Sakurai likes.
I like it too. I don't like Goofy Bowser.
I like Bowser with his voice. Because his son
I don't like
doesn't-
DK with
Well,
his voice.
His son doesn't sound like that. When did Bowser stop making like mouth noises and start making monster noises?
In Smash, he always had monster
No,
noises.
I mean like if Bowser Jr. can make like human noises, when did Bowser stop making human noises? I bet you liked it in Mario Kart 64 where we only had the one sound effect. That was like a Godzilla noise.
I like it a whole lot better than Mario Sunshine.
Well, we're not. Forget Mario Sunshine. What about Galaxy?
Eh. I like Bowser when he sounds like a monster, and I like Donkey Kong when he sounds like a gorilla. Or a smooth R&B singer. That is also acceptable.
Now I feel bad that I don't have flat zone. I feel like we should be on.
You don't need flat zone. How escape?
Use your shell. Anyway, I like flat zone 1 more than 2. Both good zones.
What do? Oh no!
As you grow,
I really
you use
can't
your
deal with
ability
these
to
sausages.
coherently form sentences and default to course for communication. men SMH.
Oh, really fair? Of all things?
All you had to do was just hold it down.
I know.
Wasn't there another song in Flat Zone in Melee? No, Melee didn't have any alternate songs for Flat Zone. At least I don't think so. Unless it was Balloon Fight?
I don't know.
That Chill from Doc? No, the Chill remix wasn't in Melee, it was in Brawl. Dr. Mario's theme was an alternate song for Mushroom Kingdom and Mushroom Kingdom 2.
Is
Dude,
Big Chungus going to
Big
get the play?
Chungus!
Faster than Sonic. Just gonna hang out outside the arena, I guess.
Yeah. Big Chungus don't play like that.
But Donkey Kong is immune to wind boxes while using Spinning Kong. According to a tooltip I just got.
Interesting.
On the ground, I don't know about in the air.
Oh. Now I feel cheated. It astonishes me that Pichu is lighter than somebody who has no third dimension.
Yeah. What about Sephiroth? Isn't he the same weight as Pichu?
No, I don't think Sephiroth is that light.
Need a move? Why not up tilt?
We don't talk about Pichu. Why not? What's wrong with him? I know some players missed the box, or some people called it the credit card.
Oh, is that his fair rate?
That was his old fare. It was a box from a Mario one. There we go. I like that hitting the bomb gets rid of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the only way to balance projectiles is to make everyone catchable. That's the only solution.
That's what Nickelodeon did.
Yes, that's the joke I was making.
It's a very interesting prospect, I have to admit.
Those sausages are like Gunner's grenades, but worse. They're so piddly. But once you're at ledge with them, you're just gonna get bombarded. Just been doing that on a lot
Why
of
does
this.
it like force you to go in the direction Game & Watch is facing? I was to the left of, I was to the right of him. I don't like that the knockback forces you in the direction he's facing.
Yeah.
No, I do not. Although I didn't realize that was the way it worked until just then.
He's been doing that on a few people.
Yeah, I know.
See how Dragonite does.
Hello there, IDK the original. It's a good name. I don't, the original what? The original username you had before you forgot it? Well, let's see what Mario.
Go!
I don't want to be off stage versus this Game & Watch.
It's just Battlefield, really.
No, I'd like off stage, off the ledge.
Oh.
Just gotta get the kill. Keeps going for them greedy up Bs.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know if he's going to be able to do it because he's got a Game & Watch can do a lot to stop Mario from getting up below him.
There's one. Unfortunately, I don't think Dragonite is this type of player to like download someone over the course of a match and start doing better against them.
Well, looks like Smash Ultimate has its first official tier list.
Official how?
Hold on.
Oh! Oh!
Wow.
Dare crosses with up special and sends up for some reason.
Start Dart GG released its Ultra Rank 2023 tier list, and that's the first like official, I guess, from like the circuit.
Official
Tier list
them,
was
I
formed
guess.
by 70 of the top 100 players from around the world. And some of these results are pretty so they split it up into S, A, B, C, and D with plus and minus, as well as S having a special neutral section. S plus, Joker, Steve, and Pithra.
Do you want to like post it in the Discord?
Yes, I will do that. I'll put it in the platform fighter. Oh, this is good connection. But where are we looking at for some of these characters? Bowser is in B minus. DK is in C minus. Ganon is D minus.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I'm surprised he's that bad. But you know what? If he's that bad and people are still doing okay with him, then this is probably the most balanced Smash game ever.
I mean, people aren't. He doesn't have like any tournament results, so. Mac has some.
Mac is right there next to him.
Yeah. Which that's why he's above Ganondorf.
Who else is in S? S neutral is Sonic, Fox, Rob, Kazuya, Roy, and Hazy.
I'm kind of surprised Sonic is so high. I don't see him talked about that much.
Yeah, he's not one of those characters that's annoying in the same way some of the DLC characters are, so people tend to not rage about it as much. How is
Fox
Roy
surpassed
S tier?
both.
He's just good, I guess. S minus is Cloud, Wolf, Diddy, Pikachu, Pac-Man, Snake, Min, Palutena, Game & Watch, Snake, and Shulk.
Kazuya also higher than I expected him to be.
Really? Kazuya is like dominating.
His advantage state is amazing, but neutral is like non-existent.
It's
He
really
can't do
hard,
anything.
But I think it's really hard for him to get into disadvantage, though.
It's not disadvantage, neutral like the start of the game. He
Oh,
can't do
right.
anything unless he forces his opponent to approach him.
He does have the laser.
Hey, that doesn't force an approach.
No, but it can do something if they like don't approach at least. A plus: Yoshi, Mario, Lucina, Pokemon Trainer, Wario, Samus, Zero Suit Samus, and Sephiroth. What is the lowest rated DLC character in the game? Banjo.
Plant.
Oh, Plant. Yeah. Wow, Plant is so bad, and I still can't handle him. That sucks.
Gimmick character.
Well, how about that, Zalrog? You're gonna get to play today's last match of the day.
Oh boy. Gonna be the Game & Watch again?
Maybe. Bowser is in the same tier as Meta Knight.
That's
Shavachi
a-
people in 2008.
That's a full rotation if they come back to me, isn't it?
Did you fight Kekun?
I think so. I fought a
Then
Game & Watch.
you really want to fight Big Chungus, don't you?
Well, it'd be nice if they get a chance to play.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll enforce the rotation on Kekun and then. But yeah, you're just right. They did fight you.
Bayonetta in B+. That surprises me.
You thought she was better or worse?
Worse. She is not generally regarded as good.
But I mean, the other thing is that this is like that different scenes have different ideas about which characters are good, mind you.
Gunner pretty low.
Hey, Kekunin, if you're in chat, you gotta rotate out for this last one.
Duck
Sorry,
Hunt kind of
this
surprisingly
stickler.
low.
That's not terribly surprising. Pichu being so low is kind of a tragedy given how good he was at launch. Alright, you get to fight Big Chungus.
Versus Roy. That's not a great matchup for Bowser. He's S tier.
Oh, it begins.
We're informed now. We're really top 5 Smash players.
Well, actually, I do pretty okay against Roy. Mostly because Roy has to actually get in to do stuff. I can handle him pretty okay.
Can handle my Roy certainly.
Man, the discrepancy between Ness and Lucas. Isn't this crazy? So most of the echoes are paired up with their original counterparts, right? But Chrom is 2 tiers below Roy. That, it's so crazy how that changing his recovery move makes him so much worse as to do that.
How about Marth and Lucina?
Lucina is higher up than Marth.
Well, yeah. I was just wondering how much higher.
Yeah, hold on. Marth is in B-, Lucina's in A+. Not as big of a difference as Chrom and Roy. Looks like most of the echoes are paired up with each other, but any echo that has something different, like Ryu and Ken, I believe, are.
Oh, I don't think Chungus liked that.
Well, how about that? You got a rage quit as the last match of the day. May not
All
be as
right.
satisfying, but it proves that you're the better player.
No, I'm fine with that. He rolled into a reactionary up smash and then he rage quit.
Sounds good to me. All right, well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today, ladies and germs, and ladies and thadies and gentlemen. 15 is high because of Marth Tipper. Yeah, pretty much. Lucina's consistency is better than Marth's Tipper.
That's pretty common knowledge.
Yeah, anyway, that's going to be all from me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the special version of Super Smash Fridays. Tomorrow we'll be going back to God of War 4, so be there for that. Lovely to have Zelrog with me today, so I'll see you guys later. Have yourselves a very good night, and